Hey everyone, welcome back to Myths and Mayhem. This is campaign 2. We're calling it Wind and Flame. We are so excited to be here. Like literally I have chills right now. I'm freaking out. Thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully you're as excited as we are. We had a little bit of a break there, but we're back now. And we have a new cast this time. So me and Clay and Locke are back as usual. But this time we have Peripherus and we have Christian who are joining us. And man,
welcome in, guys.
So glad to have you guys. So, just a heads up, y'all. So Christian is kind of fitting our veteran role this round. Christian's got a load of D&D experience, and we're excited to have him and all of that experience and knowledge with us this time. But this is Peripherus's first time ever playing D&D. This is his first character playing D&D, and he's doing it right here. So we're crazy excited to get him in because Peripherus, man, you've been waiting a long time to play some D&D, right?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. So,
just a little bit. Yeah.
So yeah,
as long as he's been waiting to play Overwatch, I think. With us. Roughly.
Wow. Well, so anyway, quick segue.
Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned
that. No, so we're calling this campaign, again, we're calling it Wind and Flame. So super excited to have a name for the campaign right from the start. The last one we
did learn last one.
Yeah, what was it last time?
Kel'Zadon's Winter.
Kel'Zadon's Winter. We didn't know.
I guess I should have made it more prevalent. That's
it's all good. It's all good. We ended up kind of like lovingly calling it Half-Wits, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This one is Wind and Flame, and we've got a few additions this round. So we are, first of all, we're short one person. This is a shorter campaign.
Yes.
Our target was 6 episodes. We'll see how much we stick to that. But so we went with a 4-person player cast this time instead of 5 for that reason. And then also we have a few new redemptions. So on top of Bag of Holding, Spiritual Weapon, the instant perspiration and inspiration where you could pick who you could give those advantages or disadvantages to. We also have 2 new redemptions called Random Inspiration and Random Perspiration, where those are a little bit cheaper. They can be used a little bit more often. And if you redeem that, Locke will roll for which player that affects. So that's going to be interesting. We also have, which I'm really excited about this one, we also have a redemption for Abracadabra's shop. And the way that that's going to work is if you redeem it, it can be redeemed once per stream. It's a whopping 8,000 points, but it can be redeemed once per stream, and a door will show up in our general locale where we will have access to Abracadabras. So really excited. Everybody loved Abracadabra. Oh, that's a mouthful. Last time, and so we decided.
And his rat named Rabbit.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So. Those are just that's the rundown of the new redemptions that we have this time, and with that, unless I missed something, you guys.
I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything either. Well, then I'm gonna pass it on to Locke.
All right. Before we actually get into our story, I'm gonna have first thing I want to say is we're doing level 4 characters. Mm-hmm. And we'll still be doing like our milestone system. So periodically we'll probably level up a few times in the short campaign. And then pretty much from here, I would just like everyone to kind of say your character's name and their class. And if we could start with, let's start with Orin.
Okay, so my character is Nulcris for Yielding. And he is a paladin.
Okay, and he's an Eldrin, right?
Yes, he's an Eldrin paladin.
Okay, and then why don't we go with Peripherus? Why don't you tell us your character name?
Landon Deepwater. He's a human. Do you want me to say what type of sorcerer he is?
If you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine too.
He's a wild magic sorcerer.
Yeah, so we're going to have some crazy shenanigans, I'm sure, with that at some point.
gonna be
And then we'll go with Clay.
I'm playing Dingle McCringleberry, and he is a rock gnome artificer.
Nice. And then
Side
we've...
note: that's how he filled out the D&D survey.
That's right,
for
I
me,
forgot.
and I had to remember.
I didn't want to
who
be
the
a
heck-
liar.
I had to remember who the heck Dingle McCringleberry.
Oh my gosh. Love it. And then we've got Christian. What are you playing?
All right, I'm playing Quinn, a human rogue.
Nice. Okay, so we've got kind of a... There's a different tone to this. I'm just going to throw that out there before we get started. But there's a different tone to this campaign from the last, just based on characters that we have. And you guys will probably pick up on that as we go. So, yeah, let's get into it. I have a poem, as usual, to get us started. Let me take a drink first, though.
While you're drinking, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for this group makeup. It's different.
It's interesting,
and
yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Also, yeah, some deep character development behind the scenes. So we'll see how that all comes to fruition as we go. All right. This is... Let me get here. Wind and flame. Sands twist through desert winds, bleached bones with eternal grins. Blistering heat does not discriminate. Endless dunes could seal one's fate. Bluest skies and blackest nights. Mysteries hide in plain sight. Flames rekindled with desire. Deals made, sacrifices required. Fire consumes as it plots revenge. Its reaching grasp causing lives to singe. Eyes ablaze set in determination. The inferno boasts through its conflagration. Winds have walked a winding path. Once filled with anger and storm-filled wrath. Currently blowing freedom song to rewrite its path and all its wrong. Eyes set in determination, even if power's lost and so is station. 4 mortals may decide a nation's fate, if they can put aside their greed for another date. Each of them will be tested by fire and wind, due to the quest they may want to rescind. Sands of time slip through the hourglass. Are they looking forward or in their past? And then we're going to set the scene. We are in the desert this time. The city of Kalimport is a refuge from both the mighty waves of the shining sea and the sandy dunes of the Kalim Desert. Exotic fruits, spices, and other tasty delicacies can be found in almost any of the districts and sub-districts of its winding streets. Magical weapons and wondrous items can be seen and found in the mysterious bazaars of the Jewel of the South. What many find intriguing about Kalimport, though, is its air of mystery, of its danger, and of its black market. The sun sets over the beautiful port city of Kalimport, the red and gold hues adding the mystique that has ensnared so many voyagers before. Sailors settle into port with their wares and head to the various taverns and inns for the night. The bazaars close up their shops, and their tired purveyors head home or to grab a drink at the various taverns and cantinas. As the city drifts off to sleep, the undercity below Kalimport begins to wake up. For it is a nocturnal creature of sorts, twisting and winding below the surface, breathing whispers of coups and assassinations, of things to be stolen or information to garner in the shadiest of ways. It lurks beneath the city proper in the sewer system of Kalimport. Its reputation precedes it, and it keeps those without courage or desperation from delving into the city below. It is in this undercity, known as the Mossad, that we find 4 adventurous souls. Landon Deepwater has put together a small group of associates with the help of his contact, Freedom, a tiefling from Kalimport, who has found a job of sorts for the group to make some coin. All right, Peripherist, we're going to have you describe what Landon looks like now.
Right. Landon is... Well, I would say that he's average looking, with a medium length beard.
Okay.
He's got a plum coloured suit and an ochre bowler hat. And with him, he has a crossbow,
Nice.
and he has a couple of rings on each index finger and one on his left thumb. And he's got a few pouches here and there scattered about. And
Okay.
in his left hand, he's holding a black cane with a silver top.
Like an orb or something.
Yeah, just like a little, slightly ornamented, but not overly so.
Just a little bling, right?
Yeah, just some little carvings in it.
Nice. Okay, and standing next to Landon is a rock gnome merchant known as Dingle McCringleberry. His trusty disc-like automaton named BK3R, nicknamed Beaker, floats above his right shoulder. Clay, will you describe Dingle for us?
Yeah, so he's a gnome, right? He's small. He's got very curly red hair and like green eyes, very green eyes. He has a little red goatee. He carries a crossbow, usually strapped across his back, although he doesn't tend to prefer that. If he's going to use something, he's more likely to use his toolkit, like his hammer, as a weapon. But he has taken to carrying a crossbow for self-defense, just because he's gotten himself into some shady situations in the past.
Nice. Yeah, and Beaker talks into his ear every so often and tells him he's very much about information and relaying things to you. And he's like a disc and made of like a dull matte. It's like a gunmetal, if I were to give it a color, and it has like one central like eye-looking thing on it, and little extra arms that help you do alchemy type things because you're an artificer. And he talks me, as we all would guess he does.
Oh dear, Beaker.
Yeah, so you're the one that understands him, and everybody else kind of, throws up their hands. The two of you head inside a shady-looking cantina, even by the Mossad standards. On a sign in large letters, the words, "The Wretched Hive," is displayed with smaller words that read, "Of scum and villainy," most likely painted on as a joke. You head inside and are greeted by the music of a well-known band known as Hesse and the Rippers, led by a young half-orc named Professor Hexbox, or Hesse. The barkeep, a large human male, yells at you, "Hey, we don't serve their kind. That automaton is going to have to wait outside or wrap around your waist or something to be hidden." So, do you comply or do you...
Begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly? You could probably fit them in your backpack if you wanted to.
Hop in, Beaker.
All right. So once Beaker is told to hop in your bag and nestles in, the two of you head up to the barkeep. You give him a code phrase in the form of an order for 2 Joa juices. He hands you 2 drinks. If anybody would like to make a nature history check, even the guys that haven't been introduced, you may at this point.
Yes, I do.
Nature or history?
Yeah, your choice. Pick your poison. Literally.
Ah, crap,
Oh,
I
boy.
got -1 to both of them.
That's an
Meh.
18.
It's a 7.
It's a 9er.
9, 7. Oh, do we not have the other guys' rolls linked up to this? I wonder if we don't. Christian,
I got
what
a
did you
nat
get?
20.
18.
20 and an 18.
Wow.
Okay. The 2 newbies here with the high rolls. Let's see. Sorry, I lost my spot. It's going to take me a little bit to get into this. Okay, the two of you know that they're made from mashed camel hides, this drink is, and grains. It was really originally made by goblins of Kalimshan called Joas. And they're like these little red hooded guys that all you ever see are their glowing eyes.
Show us.
Yeah. The beverages are a muddy brown and smell very gross and potent. Nobody except Joas ever order these, but they seem to be available in every cantina for some reason. And once served, he like comes around the corner and gives Clay. What's her character's name? I'm having a hard time with names so far. With Dingle, I should remember that one. He gives Dingle like the stink guy, you know what I mean? Because you've got a droid on you, and he doesn't really like robots and automatons and things like that. And
he doesn't like you.
He doesn't like you. And you see off in the distance, you see kind of a spiny-looking lizard man with green skin, and you've worked with him before. His name is Greedy. And you also see a vested human, and he's got a hand crossbow underneath the table, kind of aimed at him as they're talking.
This is so familiar.
Yeah, weird.
Huh.
And so once he serves you guys the drinks, he also comes around and like leads you towards the back alcove that's off to the side. This place is pretty hoppin'. It's one of the nicer. It's a hive of scum and villainy, in quotes, but it is kind of nice compared to some of the other places down here, and maybe a little less dangerous than some of the other places that you could have met freedom at. So he takes you to this alcove and he opens these curtains and has you step in, and then he closes the curtains behind you. And he looks you guys up and down. And if you guys would like, you can make an insight check. The two that are with him. So that'd be Peripherus and Clay.
$13.
Yeah, 22.
Wow. All right.
Whoa.
I know. Don't use them all up, Peripherus.
Peripherus will be our high roller this campaign.
Right. Okay. Let me get some music going. I just realized I didn't have my music going. So far, it's just the music we used last season, so you'll recognize it, some of you.
It's good music.
Yeah. If it's too loud or anything, let me know, folks. Let's see. Yeah, so
I'm glad he didn't see that.
I didn't see anything.
Good.
I'm sure.
It's good.
Okay. I'll just move on then. So Hesse and the Rippers are playing this jaunty tune as you guys are being led back in this alcove. He opens, the barkeep opens the curtains, gets you in there and closes them, and then as he licks you up and down, Clay got a 13, and Peripherus got like a 20-something. So you guys both notice that...
Is that a height joke?
He says, "You gonna do something about it?" And you guys realize with that insight check that he is he doesn't think that you can take on whatever the Mossad has for you. You don't really. He doesn't think you can handle the job you're about to take on. So you get this impression that he just thinks nothing of you, basically. And so there's a slot in the wall at eye level for him, not for Dingle, that he slides open and a voice says, "Hey, yo, Toe. Hey, you, Toe." And you guys can roll investigation. All of you can roll investigation.
All of us?
Yeah. Because you guys hear it possibly from the other side.
Oh my.
Investigation, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's a C.
I got a natural 20.
Oh my goodness.
Come on!
Clay, I think I know where all of your rolling mojo went.
Oh my
Peripherus
gosh.
took it.
He did take it. So I got an 8 and a 7 and a natural 20. And what did you get, Christian?
7.
7. Okay. Yeah. So though I don't think you know the language, you do know that he's speaking in primordial. And then there's a reply back that says, "Hey, Yodo." And you hear a mechanical whirring of sorts in the wall, and a panel to the left opens in the shape of a 6-foot-tall doorway. He points inside and says in common, "Good luck, you're going to need it," and leaves you to go, and he goes through the curtains and leaves you guys to go inside the now open room. Inside, you find Landon's contact, Freedom. He's a tiefling with a skin the color of cinnamon, his eyes are gold, and his horns are short and black. He has black hair that is slicked back and falls to the nape of his neck. Dressed in grays, blacks, and muted purples, he wears a short cape of black silk that is bound by a gold clasp that is shaped into an open eye. He has gold loops pierced through his ears and lower lip. Next to him is an Eladrin, somewhat rare this far west in Kalimshan. Oren, we're going to have you describe your character now.
Yeah, sure. So Nalkris is a paladin, so he's kind of decked out. He is wearing a really dark green armor of chainmail, and on his back he has a leaf-shaped shield, and on his waist, on his left, he has an elvish longsword, and on his right, he has a mace, a very bludgeony mace.
A bludgeony
if that's
mace.
a word. It's bludgeony.
Sure.
Bludgeoning.
And he has golden skin, like he's been kissed by sunlight, and he has
Chef's kiss.
He has very blonde, super blonde, bright hair. He has two leafy earrings, and on his knuckles, around the chain, are large rings on each finger. Because who needs brass knuckles when you can hit people with rings, right? So he
I like
is grumpy looking for sure. Not the nicest look on his face, but still very handsome because he's a Feywild elf. So
He's charming just in appearance.
Kylara said I need to eat the mic.
Eat that, Mike.
So am I very quiet? But yeah. So anyway, yeah, that is Nalkris.
Nice. And next to him is a human in, I believe, desert garb that you guys recognize. And Christian, would you like to describe your character?
You see a pretty average, kind of youngish man walk right next to the elder, and human, ruddy skin, brown eyes, just very plain. He looks very desert, like he's literally from this area. But nothing really about him stands out. His hair is covered because he's wearing, he's covering his head to keep away from the sun from burning or kind of making him too hot. So he's very desert garb, ruddy skin, brown eyes, very plain, young looking.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you guys all recognize each other from various jobs you've done with different groups. One or two of you working together as your various skills were needed, but you never all worked together in one group. So it's been, Oren's character and Christian, and then the next time it was Peripherus and Clay, and you know what I mean, various amalgamations of that. So Freedom says to you guys, "Oh, good, you've made it. Let me get introductions out of the way. Quinn and Nalkris, this here is Aladdin, Ababwi, I think his name is, and his associate, Cal. Aladdin is a human with light brown complexion and sulfur brown eyes. He's somewhat slight in his build, dressed in black desert garb and black silk gloves. All 10 of his fingers are adorned with various rings. One ring, though, stands out as it seems to be made of a molten chain. It's very small and slight. He has a rod of black wood with a clear crystal orb adorning it. Within the orb, you can see a flame as well. He has a small monkey on his shoulder dressed in a black vest and a fez. Kel, on the other hand, seems to be a genasi, possibly air. He has bluish-gray skin and a goatee of black. His eyes, irises seem to glow blue softly, and he wears a black hooded vest with gold trim. His trousers and cloth belt seem to be of a similar style. Ears are pierced with golden loops of various sizes. The hood is pulled up over his head, and he bears a scowl that makes your skin crawl. What may be more unsettling than his expression are the two large manacles around his wrists. Inscribed on them in Elvish is... Who knows Elvish in the group?
Me.
Nope.
The paladin and the rogue, it looks like. So you two know that it says, the wind will be harnessed and its power given unto the bearer of the light. And these things are large and bulky, and they've got to weigh like a ton. Like they're just, he puts them on the table, and they just make a big thudding sound.
Christian, how tall is Quinn?
5'8". It's like average
Okay,
everything.
Okay, good. I'm 5'9", so when I kind of elbow you subtly, I'm not hurting you somewhere. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I just kind of
Nudge.
You're not
you.
elbowing Dingle in the face.
maybe later, but no.
Ah, bloody
I
nose.
just kind of subtly nudge you.
Son of a nutcracker.
You know, the manacles.
All right, so you guys see these, there's a slight built human dressed in black, and they're both dressed in black, but I would say let's do we'll do an investigation check if anybody would like to maybe ascertain some more information on these guys.
14.
Well, I didn't roll a 7 this time, but I did the double a 7.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I got a 14.
Okay.
15.
14, 15.
What was it we're rolling?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Hey,
In
you did it,
D&D
Christian.
Beyond, you should be able to, like, in the middle pane there, under investigation, like it says investigation, you should be able
7.
to click on the number.
7. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys how to implement into Roll20 this time. I don't know why I forgot that.
We'll get
step,
it.
but
We'll get it sorted.
We'll get it all
Oh.
sorted out.
I'll figure it out, Captain.
Yeah, I saw that it rolled in there. Awesome. So we'll get there. Let's see. 14, 15, and a 7. There's that Peripherus, your luck ran out, man.
we're just going to take turns this whole campaign.
Yeah, you guys can go back and forth. Oh my gosh. So you guys notice that,
I don't.
well, right, everybody but Landon. Sorry, bud. Notices that Aladdin is probably a warlock, a genie warlock. And you notice that the ring on his finger made of that molten chain might signify that he works for an Efreet on some level, which is a fire genie, if you don't know what that is. So,
I'm a freak, so.
I'm Efreet, so... So,
Sorry, that was bad.
it was very bad, but I loved it. So he is probably a warlock of some sort in service to a fire genie, and that could be really bad. So you're kind of getting a bad read on this guy a little bit. Maybe like there could be some other underlying things going on other than what you're about to hear, and the job that he has might be dangerous. Landon and Quinn, due to your high passive perceptions of 15, notice a lamp made of a black metal with writing that matches that of Cal's manacles hanging from his belt. It's shadowed by Cal's long vest as he sits at this table. And all of a sudden, Landon, there's a flash, and upon looking at Cal, you see this vision. It's of a slender human male dressed in black and maroon robes, and you snap back to the moment at hand. A cool wind blows into the room from seemingly nowhere, and your fingertips glow blue, and then dissipate. And then...
Nalcris puts his hand, like his palm, on the pommel of his sword, and on the handle, because just kind of casually rests his hand right there.
Landon acts normally.
Just another day.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Aladdin kind of nervously chuckles. Thanks for setting this meeting up, Freedom. And Freedom the Tiefling does a deep bow. Aladdin says, "My associate, Cal, and I are in need of help. Help that entails the services of beings with talents or gifts of a character that is willing to do anything and go places that me and Cal aren't able to go. And then
costs a lot.
I may be able to help you with that," he says. And then Cal dumps these two things on the table. They're very heavy and very obviously magical when you see them. One is a cube made of smooth black metal, and the other is a half of a scarab made of dark bronze. Ooh, we get an instant inspiration on it would be Dingle's next roll.
Oh, okay.
So Dingle, you got instant inspiration. Let's make sure I read that correctly, not perspiration, because I've done that before. Yeah, inspiration.
Dan, what did you?
Where
Locke,
did that
what
rug
did you
go
say
that was underneath me?
Right.
What did you say it was that he had? A scarab and what?
Half of a scarab that's bronze, and a cube that is smooth black metal that those who were around for last season would recognize. So on the let's see, on the half a scarab made of dark bronze is written in several different languages. If you know Primordial, Draconic, or Elvish, you will know that it says Heart's Desire on the half a scarab.
Okay.
Gusty J. So the cube lifts up, and he actually grabs it out of the air and says, kind of shakes it around, like he's gaining control of it, and he says, "M. Night Shyamalan," and this ray of blue energy just hits you all on the forehead, and you hear from it instantly. It says, "Clay, he needs as much roll help as he can get from Gusty J." And you're not really sure what that means.
Who's Clay?
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
Clay you make pots out of.
Yeah, the clay you made pots of. And then Dingle gets blasted in the head with golden energy, and it kind of lines his outline, and then seeps into his skin. And you feel very inspired, and you're not sure what that means, but Cal says, "This is an artifact called the Cube of Chat. It is a mysterious artifact that will allow us to track your whereabouts and know exactly what you're doing at all times." And he kind of just slams it on the table, and then it floats up by itself and swirls around you guys. And then he goes back to, scowling at you, basically.
Do we get extra compensation for you watching our every move?
Aladdin says, "I think we can make it worth your while." And he says, trying to change the subject, you think, he picks up the half of scarab that's there. It's very clearly magical. And like I said, if you know Primordial, Draconic, or Elvish, you know it says Heart's Desire. And he says, "We're looking for the other half. We do not know where the half was until recently. And then he nods at Quinn when he says that. Quinn here was kind enough to attain its location. This is why we needed to hire people of your caliber. Unfortunately, the rest of the Scarab is locked away in the notorious and ruthless palace of one Pasha Java. We were unable to ascertain exactly which part of the residence it is in currently, but Quinn was able to find out through his contacts that Pasha Java does like to show it off at parties, along with other artifacts and collectibles as a show of power. And you guys all have heard of Pasha Java. Pasha is a title in this region that means like it's like a king or a sultan, but like of a smaller thing. And you guys know that he's one bad, nasty guy who he's big and ugly. That's all that you've heard about the rumors because you haven't actually seen him. But you know that he's just got this gross appetite to enslave people and mistreat people, and he's involved with all the shady business that's going on around this town, around Kalimport. So this doesn't sound like an easy job.
Have I heard of, like, do I know specifically of this palace?
You know of it, but you've never been inside, probably yourself. I feel like you guys are all... Are you from this region? I can't remember.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I travel.
Okay, so you guys are all kind of out-of-towners that have kind of settled here recently through your various jobs, and this seemed like a lucrative place to hang out. So you guys are just kind of getting your bearings, but everybody's heard of Pasha Java.
So now Chris scowls even deeper, which is saying something.
Yeah.
And he says, Pasha Java, I've heard of him. I would love to steal from that scum.
He's also very involved with the bread box smuggling from up north. He from a town called Loudwater. You know that he's very involved with that. And
That monster.
he definitely is the type to like. You get the idea. He's just very like the one that is causing a lot of mayhem that's going on around here, and myths.
Slavery, bread boxes.
Yeah, you did know that he also smuggled slaves through the bread boxes at one point, which didn't end well for those people because they couldn't breathe inside the bread that they were packed inside. So it's just very weird that he chose to do that, but that's just kind of like the character he is. Let's see. And the cube floats around, and Nalkris, green energy blasts you, and you begin to sweat. Like
I pull out my sword, and I'm like, what is this sorcery?
Aladdin says, "Don't worry. This artifact is somewhat chaotic. We don't know all the details about it. It's called the Cube of Chat, and it just kind of has a mind of its own. Yeah, that's all I really know about it, honestly. Nobody seems to have any lore on it. I did hear once that a shop owner named Abracadabry knew about it some, but I don't know if that's confirmed or denied.
I would like compensation up front, then.
You would like compensation up front. How about half?
Half is good.
I could probably swing half. That being said...
I nod at Quinn and resheath my sword.
We're willing to give you 500 gold per person for this task. So you will receive 250 gold up front. It seems like ludicrous that he would be able to promise this much money right up front to you guys, as that's like years worth of wages. But he seems very confident. Would any of you like to roll any... I can't remember my words.
Sleight of hand? Yes.
You could roll a sleight of hand if you'd like. Would anyone like to roll insight is the
Pickpocket?
words I'm trying to say.
I can roll insight.
Okay.
I will too.
Wow, that's not so good.
He's just a guy. He's a guy. A Dingle, you're doing
Wow.
pretty good.
Got 17.
Nice.
Oh, I
okay.
had inspiration too.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
17
Oh.
is good.
Crap!
is
I have
good.
perspiration.
Better than 8.
Oh, right. You have perspiration. Oh, we're getting our bearings here.
Oh, don't worry, I got a 5.
Oh, no.
Yay!
Yay!
So Clay got a 17 and Perforce got a 17. So you guys definitely have this feel from him that he definitely can follow through on the promise of the money, but you get the idea that he is maybe a little nervous about the other half, or that you guys will even return. But he's so willing to make this happen that he's willing to front the half that he promised Quinn a few moments ago.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, half up front. That's good.
Right. You do get the impression, like I said, that he's a little wary about maybe coming up with the other half of the cash, but he's hoping that he can make it happen, kind of thing. Like you're getting
Half
that
up front,
impression
and
from
we
him.
get to keep anything else we find besides the.
Are you saying that to him?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you roll persuasion?
14.
Nice. Yeah, he thinks it over for a few moments and then says, "Yeah, that seems all right." He just don't make sure, just make sure it doesn't come back on the rest of us. Like, he's like, "I don't want me or Cal's names mentioned. I don't want our descriptions out there. I don't want Pasha Java anywhere near me or me or Cal at all." Like,
I barely even remember who you are.
perfect.
I don't. I've never met you.
I like all that I'm hearing, he says. And Cal just kind of goes, ugh, and like just kind of nods. And he says, Pasha Java does have a lot in his palace, so you'd be able to probably grab some things there, but just be careful because if he finds out, he's going to kill you or worse somehow. He once displayed a man in stone, I think it's called carbonate, and held him there for like years. So he might actually still be there, for all I know. But so just be careful if you take anything. And again, I don't want any of this to come back on us. He's currently celebrating his 111th birthday and is having a week-long celebration. So there's like guests coming and going, and we do have a possible way in through the sewer system down here in the Masada if you guys want to go that route.
I nudge Nalchris.
I look over at Quinn. And I nod.
Does this seem like something you guys would be interested in doing? Freedom seems to think so, and he seems to think you're capable of, though the bartender didn't really feel that way.
It
Yeah.
sounds
For that,
appealing
yeah.
to me.
The price is right.
Okay.
But the other half of the money better be there.
He says, yeah, of course. Sure. I'll make sure that you guys get what's coming to you.
Is he lying?
I want to do insight check on
Yeah,
that.
you guys can roll insight, for sure.
Also, can I roll intimidation on the other half of that money better be there?
Yeah, you can.
That's
Good, 'cause I
a
have plus
24 insight.
Whoa!
Holy cred. That's awesome.
I got 11 on
I got
intimidation.
a natural 20 for 23.
Oh my goodness. What? This is outrageous. Okay, so insight, intimidation from Oren. He seems to like sweat a little bit when he looks at the paladin, Nelchris, the Eladrin, but not maybe as intimidated as you were hoping for as you try to nudge him in the right direction. Insight, again, you guys, both you guys that scored wickedly high, get the idea that he is definitely wanting to be able to follow through with what he promised. You get the idea that he's nervous that he might be called away by someone else. Like there's an air about him that he has a lot of these jobs going on, and if he is a warlock, he might be told to go somewhere else. So there's just like an air of like uncertainty about him that gives you like these insights into what might be going on with him.
You're seeming a little hesitant. Is it possible that we can get a little assurance, maybe some sort of way of ensuring that when we do return, that the funds will be here? Otherwise, I think we can leave it here, and I'll leave the money here.
Freedom says, "Oh, wait. Not that this is just about a finder's fee, but I want to make sure I get my finder's fee, and I can vouch for Aladdin. I don't want you gentlemen to go anywhere else looking for work. I think this is a better fit than what you think. I'll make sure Aladdin follows through on his end of the bargain. And from what I know, they're even willing to send someone along with you guys to guide you to the sewer entrance if you're interested.
I think we can manage.
So you'll have that person with you at least to Java's palace. If that works for you guys.
Is that other person nearby or no?
And then you see a panel open and you hear a voice go, "Kermit, the frog man here." And a frog man comes out, and he has slimy skin, and he wears like one of those jester frilly things around his neck, and he has a little fez with a yellow feather hanging out the side, and like a banjo flung over his back. Hi, I'm here to help.
By the Summer Queen.
I'm a burglar.
Can I roll insight on him?
Sure can.
Can I roll intimidating glare at him?
Yes, you may.
Oh, okay.
That's a 13 insight.
Son
Okay.
of a biscuit. What are my rolls? I have a +5 on this, and I got a 9.
So the 13 insight, you get the idea that he is definitely new to the game. He does not seem... He seems aloof almost. Like, he's like definitely nervous. You see a tremor in his... Like, he's slightly shaking when you look closer at him.
What are your credentials?
I'm really good at guiding people through sewers. And it's not easy being green, but I'm really gonna give it my all.
Cool, you lead the way, and if anything attacks, we'll just stand back.
And then you see a big, like, Adam's apple go, gulp.
I love it when Quinn's more intimidating than me.
You guys are all really cool looking. Sure, I got this. Right, Aladdin? And Aladdin goes, I sure hope so, under his breath, and then goes, yeah, sure, you got this.
Go get him, champ.
And Cal goes, I can't believe we're trusting the frog man. Should have asked for his wife. You know how tough she can be. And so you've got Kermit willing to guide you guys. The cube goes, but does he have a ukulele? He has actually a banjo. I said that a moment ago, but I don't know if I already heard that. So he actually will play a tune for you if you ask him to at some point, probably.
Please don't.
No.
Yeah. We got this, guys. And Eladine says he'll guide you to the secret entrance. He's incredibly loyal and I'd say brave, but I don't really want to lie to you guys. But he won't run.
Stupid.
He won't run off too far if he does get scared.
Are the sewers like a labyrinth?
It's not a straight shot. It is definitely some twists and turns, and they're not used very often, as far as we know. We don't usually go in there because nobody wants to get near Javas. But
Well, I can think of a lot of reasons not to go in a sewer.
yeah, especially down here in the Mossad, like I'm sure there's some people camping out here and there, so you might have to be stealthy. Or I know some of you are pretty persuasive, from what Freedom says. So hopefully you'll be able to talk your way through some things and deal with whatever's down there along the way.
Talk my way through the sewers.
Well, if there's, he's like, a lot of times there's you guys know there's assassins and burglars and bandits and cutthroat
Dingle.
people down here.
The last time we worked together, didn't you end up unconscious, face down, in the sewer? I'm fairly certain someone
Why you gotta live in the past?
dragged you out of the sewage.
Well, it was.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we first came in, we got drinks, didn't we?
Yes, you have Joa juices in your hand.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I hand one to the frog.
You drink
I'm
first.
going to wave my hand over mine, and I'm going to just say a little something,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to have a drink.
Okay.
It tastes like apple juice.
Tastes like apple juice.
Wild apple juice.
Frog.
Pretty bitter. You see a big gulp from Kermit, and he goes,
The pouch
does this mean
pop
I'm
out.
part of the group?
Drink
Yep.
up.
Okay. His hand
Fine.
shakes, and he takes the cup from you, and he gulps it really quick, and half of it spills down his front. And let's see if he can do a Constitution saving throw to keep it down.
The gnome.
He projectile vomits it all over Aladine's slippers, and he's like, "Ta-da!" And Aladine goes, says something, and kind of takes a 2-finger gesture and swipes it towards his feet, and they magically are cleaned with prestidigitation.
Wow.
For the
That was
first
the last
time.
we saw of Kermit.
For the first time, Null Chris, it's very stoic demeanor cracks a little bit.
I promise I'll do my best. He's looking at Christian's character when he says, Quinn, when he says that, because he thinks he has to win you probably the most.
You're
Like he has
starting
to win
off
you over.
just great there, Froggy.
Allie wants to know if it's Kermit with EET or if it's Kermit MEAT. Well, I guess we'll find out once they get to the sewers. So you guys seem reluctant, but still on the job, and you've got your guide Kermit ready to take you. If you're willing to have him.
How far are we away from the sewers?
Aladine says it's just through the Mossad, maybe 20 minutes out through a group of tunnels off to the east. So it won't be long to get to the place where Kermit can lead you in to the right spot to get you going. And he'll try to do his best to guide you once you get inside the sewer system.
I'm fine with taking the frog. We could use him
Yep.
to cover up any gelatinous cubes to step over.
Did you
Aiken
just
plays a tune
you
on the
you
way.
could just say he could be bait. That's all you have to say.
So, Quinn, okay. He can be bait.
There you go. Like,
Kermit is just looking
you
back and
explain
forth as
things
you
a little
guys.
too much. Just cut straight to the point.
It's true.
Kermit just keeps looking from you guys, like each person, nervously as you talk about him. Sure. Yep. Let's go. Are you guys ready to head out? Or Aladdin says, "Is there anything else you need other than this payment?" And he takes out a small box and 4 pouches and divides some coins into it and hands you each a bag.
Do you got any health potions?
Do we, Cal? And Cal goes, "They want us to wipe their bottoms too." And he pulls out this little trunk from under the table, and he pulls out 4 regular healing potions, 1 for each of you if you like.
Thank you.
And then the cube spins through the group again and does a bag of holding. Let's roll a d10. Three. And out shoots a little dice, little die. It's a 6-sider. And on it is a little tag that says Charlatan's Die.
And this is?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it spits out objects, too. So,
Right. So how much money did we get?
you each got... Well, did you look in your bag? I guess I should ask you that.
Yeah, I'm going to look in the bag.
Okay. You do look in your bag, and you count it up, and there is actually 250 gold in there.
Right. That goes
um,
in my bag.
but probably smart that you checked. And the Charlatan's Die, you can make it roll any number you want. It's actually an item within the game. So,
I'm going to grab that and pocket it.
okay.
That I was gonna say, that seems like a Quinn thing.
So you guys got some potions. He sends Kermit out into the bar to get some rations for you, and he comes back with some kind of the stale kind of jerky that's seasoned with like cinnamon and things like that. Like it's very fragrant, but you could tell it's kind of stale when you like pick it up. But you each get some rations to put in your backpack, and you're hoping you don't have to spend too much time down in the sewers as you go, because who wants to hang out in those? So, with that, Kermit will lead you guys out if you're ready.
Ready to stroll along?
I will ask him to play us a tune, and
Sure.
I'll give him a gold.
Wow, my first gold ever. And he takes it and puts it in a little pouch. And he, you think he's going to sing, and he goes, and then just starts strumming on his banjo and starts playing a little tune. And we'll see how good he is. Let's check.
Malchus puts his chainmail helmet back on. It's padded.
Nice. And he starts playing, and it's awful. It's all like out of tune.
I put my hand on the banjo and say, no.
Oh. I mean, are you sure? I could...
No.
The whole way,
Just
No? Do I have to give this back? And he takes the
Nope.
gold coin out. Oh.
I'll take that though.
Oh wow, cold-blooded.
Okay.
You can get it
say?
back. You can
Gold.
get it back when we arrive.
Oh, I'm getting paid for this job now?
Just his.
I can't believe I'm getting paid. I was expecting nothing out of this except camaraderie. Let's go, fellas! And he leads you to a panel in the back of the room that you were in, into a tunnel that you didn't even know was connected to this place. And it, out a secret exit outside the hive of scum and villainy, guides you through the Masad to the outskirts on the east side of the shady Undercity. Eventually, you come upon a small sewer tunnel that is seemingly boarded shut. Ah, here it is. And Kermit pulls a brick out of the wall to the right of the tunnel, and you hear again the whirring of gears. The boards are actually all pieced together to make a door, and they pop open, as well as the metal bars they're attached to. And all this like slimy water just spills out. It has like it almost glows with like fungi, mixed in with the water. A kind of a toxic green color. And it's like somewhat luminescent. And Kermit pulls out a torch out of his backpack, and he goes, "Shall we?" As he lights it, and it goes whoosh, and like this huge flame like lights up.
I'll wave a hand, mutter something, and put it out.
It just kind of smolders, and he looks at it.
And then I'll wave a hand, and it's lit again.
Okay. Here, let's see. I'm gonna roll something here because Mister, you're playing with some magic here. I'm gonna do something.
It was prestidigitation.
I know it's not a first level, but I'm gonna do something with that. Just hold on one second. I'm gonna roll on a table. Bear with me 1 second, guys.
Also, as soon as we left, I let Beaker out of the bag.
Me, 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 me. And he floats up and kind of drifts around you guys. Where did my... Sorry, I'm looking for my bookmark for this.
If you guys are new, make sure to follow Orin and Kylaris.
That's
Right
right.
there. Go ahead and follow. If you're enjoying this, we'll be doing this on Mondays.
That's right.
It's true.
Mondays.
Now back to the show.
Now back to the show. I'm sorry, my generator just disappeared on me. All right. Bear with me, guys. At least we have a jaunty tune, not played by Kermit.
Nope.
By the way, when I was casting that, I wasn't stood at the side of him. I was at the back.
Okay.
Everyone.
That's good. That'll definitely be good to know if I can find my list. I don't know where it went. All right, here's what we'll do.
The idea was he didn't know it was me.
Oh, I see. Why don't you make a little sleight of hand
Stealth magic.
roll then for me, will ya?
Oh, he knew it was me.
Everyone looks back and just sees you, like you did a little waggle of your fingers or something, and they noticed it.
He thinks he's whispering the incantation, but really
I'll tell
it's
you
louder.
What, you was. No, I'll leave that. It's, I'll save something till later.
Okay. when you do the prestidigitation or whatever, it actually makes the stick glow itself, and all these little sparks kind of fly off it like a little sparkler that we have in the U.S. at least. They're like the little firework things.
Yeah, we have them.
Okay, I want to make sure that it translates over. So yeah, it's actually a glowing stick with also a little sparkler on the top, and it sparks in various colors and shoots off. And you're like, that's not really what I was going for, but okay, you know what I mean? Like, this is kind of surprising to you because it's not really exactly what you had in mind. And you guys noticed that he was trying to maybe like cover what he was doing, but he did a terrible job at it. Like, everyone just kind of notices what's going on here. Kermit goes, "Why? But cool." And he's like, "Are you guys ready for this?"
Always.
Yep.
And with that, we have our first map. If you can see it all, let me know if it's not working for you guys.
Oh, it's working. It's just that tiny little spot in the blackness.
Yes.
Oh, right, yeah.
Kermit.
Oh my gosh, Kermit.
Kermit is with you.
That's awesome.
And I'll actually show you guys what he looks like a little bit better. I'll make him big real quick here. There you go. That's Kermit.
Fantastic.
Wow, he's huge.
He's giant.
He's gigantic.
He grows when he gets in sewers. I don't know why. No, not really. Anyway, so he climbs in and he says, "Welcome to hopefully not imminent danger." And the cube floats up. You kind of forgot it was there. And it spins around all of you over and over again. And blasts a green light at Christian's character, at Quinn. And you start sweating all out of nowhere, like you're just uncomfortable and you have perspiration on your next roll. So disadvantage. And it kind of floats on and probably is super annoying that it happened, because you're like, why do we have to carry or have this thing with us at all at this point?
The next time that shoots me, I kill the frog.
Again, the big gulp.
Christian tempting chat right there.
I know, right?
Are there any stones about before we go in?
Yes, there's definitely stones. So the floor is pretty much made of rock, and there's this liquid that's about up to your kneecaps.
Before we go in, I pick up a pebble.
Okay. Do you do anything with the pebble?
Not yet.
Okay. And the
Put it
cube,
in my pocket.
the cube flies around and blasts a person. Who is it? Randomly.
Again.
It's lined with light, which shifts between green and yellow, and it spins around and randomly zaps Nelcris with a golden light.
Oh. Invigorating.
Yeah, you feel like energized and stronger, and like you can do anything right now. Like, it just kind of puffs you up.
Well, why don't you look a little chipper there?
Meanwhile, sweat is dripping down your head.
Jealous?
Now Chris nudges Quinn. A whole lot of nudging.
So I know there's a lot of nudges back and forth. And Kermit kind of holds up the glowing stick sparkler thing and sheds a little more light up the tunnel. Those of you who have dark vision can see a little bit farther. That would be the Eldrin and the Rock Gnome, I believe. I'm not sure. if anyone else has anything that gives them night vision. All right. So you guys are able to see there's a statue. It's of from the top down, it looks like a humanoid. It's made of like grayish black stone. And its bottom is it's made of like one piece that looks like a swirl into the ground. It could be of any type of either energy or a tornado, or you're not sure what would be the bottom it's trying to depict. It's kind of faded. And in its hands, over its hands actually, are floating these two orbs. One's blue and one's red. And on the base of the sculpture, it says, "Do you serve the Lord of Wind or of Flame?"
Are they glowing?
Yeah, the
The
orbs
orbs.
are glowing. Yep.
Can I cautiously approach?
Yeah.
I can't control my character right now. I can't
Oh,
click
good.
on the token. Right?
Oh, I think for some reason yours wasn't ready because... Can everyone else move their guy?
Yes.
Oh, we.
Dingle just goes straight at it.
His
Give me 1
curiosity got the better of him.
second. I think you hadn't logged in yet is why.
Oh,
Before.
yeah, probably.
Give me 1 second. Controlled by
Sure.
me and Orin. And Orin's journal and my journal. Okay, let me know if you can move him now.
I can.
All right.
So I'm going to approach that close.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys get closer, and it seems to be, well, some of you do, of a female. Kermit kind of looks around and sees where Quinn's going and is like, "Oh, I see what's going on here." And just doesn't move because he doesn't want to offend you because he's trying to win you over, you feel.
Kermit
Okay.
Shield.
Kermit Shield. Oh, gosh.
Meat shield.
I was just making sure he didn't go anywhere, but I'll just let him assume I'm using him as a shield.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Fantastic.
take out my pebble and I'll cast light on it.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do so. That's a cantrip as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. This time nothing weird happens with it. It just kind of it takes a second. You have to like shake it though, and then all of a sudden it's like like a bright light that you guys. Some of you are like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Do we really need that? You know, the two guys that are standing next to him don't really need that to help them see. So yeah, but you do also see these orbs, like I said, floating over his palm or her palms. You notice it's a female statue, and it says, like I said, "Do you serve the Lord of Wind or of Flame?" And it's in various languages. So it's in Elvish, Draconic, Common, and actually, I don't think any of you speak Giant, so you wouldn't know that it's in that. It's in some other language that you don't know. But it says, "Do you serve the
Kermit.
Lord of Wind or of Flame?"
Kermit, what's up with the statue?
I don't know. It's always been here from what I know. I don't really come in here a lot.
But you're leading us?
I'm able to do track things through water pretty well.
Oh.
So I think that I can help you if you guys are okay with that. And he kind of looks back at Quinn because he's nervous about it.
So do we have to touch the statue to move on?
I don't think so. I
Do
mean,
we make the
Or
frog
you should go
pick one of
talk to
these
it for a
orbs?
while.
He is making you doubt him more and more. Like, I don't think we need you at this moment.
I mean, what does
Is
it
the
hurt?
statue part of our mission?
No.
Well, why don't we move on then?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go.
I mean, we're
What
walking,
are we
we're
doing
walking through
here?
a tunnel.
Hey, Kermit.
Yeah.
Which way are
I
we going?
assume you have gone through the sewers to get to the palace before.
Sure. Yeah.
Can I can I check to see
Sure.
if he's lying?
You definitely can.
So
That's a
confident
7.
right now. You'll believe anything he says.
Get the feeling that he's just not a very sure guy, is what you're getting so far. Like,
Good.
he always sounds like everything's a question and he is unsure about everything, is what you're getting so far out of him.
Dingle, I dare you to pick up one of those orbs.
He says, Kermit does say that he heard that you will receive a blessing if you pick up one of the orbs. And it
Oh, if
keeps
we pick it
reforming
up.
new ones. Yeah, if you take one of the orbs.
Chat
All
said
right, I'll
wind.
go over and pick up the flame one.
The flame one. Okay.
Yep.
Chat said wind.
Well, you guys can each choose one, because as soon as he picks up a flame one, there's
I was gonna say if
another
he
one
picks up
appears.
the flame one, then I will pick up the flame one as well.
Okay.
It's a distribution statue. Blessings for everyone.
Does anyone else pick up a flame or a wind?
Quinn, which one do you want?
Give me wind.
I pick up wind and toss it to him.
Okay. Let's see. Landon.
And then
Flame.
Malchus is also going to pick up fire.
Nelchris. Fire.
Goes with his complexion.
He's all about the looks, huh?
Right.
And then we've got Dingle, who also went with flame. Interesting.
All right, Kermit, your turn. Grab one.
Sure. What one do you want me to get?
Whatever one you want. You make a bad decision, I'll kill you, though.
I choose the one that he chose. And he goes with wind.
Good boy.
Aye, aye, Captain. We picked the most group of characters to be your leader through this nightmare.
At this point, Landon's like the nicest guy in the whole group, and he's,
Yeah.
he's
Right, let's move on.
Okay. So you guys, which way to go?
Well, which way?
Lead
does
the way,
Kermit
frog.
Tell us to go.
Okay. I don't know if you were actually following him because.
Yep.
All right.
we got to keep him between us and danger.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
you go
he's
first.
got to be here for a reason.
Right.
Otherwise, what's the point in bringing him if
Bantha
we're not going to
Poodoo.
follow him?
Like we said, he's going to lead the way. If he hits a trap, it's all his fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's fair.
Scout's got a scout.
You go first.
What are we adding to our inventories for the orbs? Anything specific or just
Nope. I'll keep track of it.
Oh, okay.
I already wrote down who took what.
Ah.
So
Okay.
reassuring.
Yeah. So you guys come to a fork, and Kermit goes, I smell something down here, but, do you guys want to head straight there, or is there any other reason to go anywhere else?
Quickest
In the
way.
sewer?
Yeah.
What kind of
Where
what
else
kind
are we
of
gonna
question?
go?
What are you smelling? The dump?
I smell lots of things. And then
We're
you
not
see
making-
him. You see him get
You're just going to go ahead and run to it, aren't you?
He says, why wouldn't I? And he gets engulfed as he's saying that, and it actually comes out as, and he's engulfed by a giant gelatinous cube.
I'll move back.
And we will roll initiative. Oh wait, we already have initiative.
Yeah, we have initiative. What an
Who
idiot.
said something about the cube earlier?
I said we were going to use him to step over the cubes.
Yep. Well, you were not wrong. So, poor guy gets engulfed by this large cube of slime, which none of you really noticed at first. And it kind of like slurped down from the ceiling and washed over him.
The only thing keeping Nalkris on his feet right now from literally falling over laughing is the fact that this is sewage.
Just a quick question. Does Landon know what this creature is?
I'll let you do a nature check. We'll see.
Locke, the voice too.
Liquid.
I'm
That's
dying.
17.
17.
Nice. Yes, you do know what a gelatinous cube is. You encountered a smaller version of this once before on your various journeys. It
Bolts
didn't end well
effective
for the guy
against
you were
it.
with. Are what effective against it?
Crossbow bolts effective against it.
Maybe not the most effective.
Right.
You ever
Do we
stuck
just
a
leave
toothpick
him?
in Jell-O?
Like, we can just
Rich-
continue, right?
I mean, depends on what you guys want to do.
Do we?
He may
do we
be. He
need
may
him?
be of use. He could find more cubes at the least.
I mean, you are valid.
Yeah, we don't want to lose our meat shield in the
You
first
hear
5 minutes, right?
and he gives you a thumbs up. As he begins to start to dissolve.
Is anything sticking out? Like his legs? Anything?
You think you could? It's not as deep in. You think you could try to pull him out?
I reach in, and Nalkris reaches in, grabs him by an ankle, and tries to
Okay.
pull him out. What do you need from me?
Yep.
Do you need a strength?
A death saving throw.
I have I have no strength to offer.
Yeah, I am.
I think that will be a problem in this group, actually.
You
I have 16 strength with a plus
Oh,
3.
I forgot you do have some. Okay.
I'm going to move away.
That's
You're gonna move over there.
smart
Okay.
move. All right. What do you need from me, Locke? Strength?
Let me look, but I believe it is to grab him out of there. Sorry, I have 800 tabs open, and it's been a while since we played.
It's all good. Episode 1. We got to get back in the.
I know, I gotta get in the groove of it again.
Yep. Chat's already noticed that I missed some wording on one of the redemptions.
Oh,
So
really?
I gotta
Okay.
fix that.
We'll figure it out.
We forgot the D&D Beyond browser extension too. So there's always something.
Sure.
We'll get it. We'll get
Are
it.
we in initiative now then?
Yes, we are.
Right.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a strength check
Strength. Okay.
without athletics is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, good.
10
That was a
is
7 and not a 1.
10 is not good enough.
Oh,
So he's
no.
still
come
engulfed
on,
by this thing.
Nalkris.
He's slippery.
And then it's Perforus' turn, I believe.
Right. So are these lot are in the way of any attack that I do?
No, unless you're throwing out a lightning bolt or something like that, or a fireball. You get to kind
No,
of choose.
I'll throw a fire bolt.
Firebolt is going to be fine. I would say just
Yeah.
don't roll a 1.
Or dude.
If
Why
you
you
hit
gotta say
Dingle,
it?
if you hit Dingle in the back of the head and knock him out in the sewage, I'm gonna lose my flipping mind.
You will. Clay's character in a campaign
Yeah, at least
we
it's
played,
not you this time. Yeah.
we played Dragon Heist, and Clay's character got hit in the back of the head and knocked unconscious and fell
Yeah. I got shot in the back of the head with an arrow.
by Matt's character.
A tart.
Right?
Yeah.
Was it by
That's,
Matt's
Yeah, I
character?
think so.
That's 20 to hit.
Holy moly. Yeah, a 20 I'm pretty sure will hit. I'd be really shocked if it didn't. Here it is. Oh, yep, definitely will hit.
That's 1 damage.
The Skittles are back, baby.
Does anyone
Landon's
smell
an
frog
apprentice.
legs?
Smells delicious.
You guys hear this firework sound from behind you, but it goes, and like this little tiny cinder winds its way over to the gelatinous cube and
Very accurately.
but it meanders kind of and hits it, and you see Kermit kind of lose hope for a second. As you do one damage.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I have an idea.
Let's see. Are you moving anymore, or do you have a bonus action or anything like that? There's my sound effects.
Yeah. So I use. Oh wait. Okay.
Peripherus, I mean. Does he have anything else he wants to do?
Just debating whether we'll encounter more. So what I will do, I will use a sorcery point for
Okay. Oh.
quicken spell.
Okay. What does Quicken
And
Spell do? So a sorcerer, is for those who don't know, a sorcerer has these meta magic points that they get. I think it's they get them back at a long rest, and they can pick flavors of meta magic feats that they want. So Quicken Spell is one that Peripherus has chosen for his character.
It means that I can use a spell as a bonus action.
Yes,
So
so you already
because-
cast a Firebolt as your action. Now you're going to
So
spend
I'm
your
going
point
to
and
cast
use-
Mage Armor.
Nice. Okay, so
on
Mage
myself.
Armor, and that is a first level spell?
Yeah, that's first level.
Alright.
So that means that
That
I
will
need
definitely
to roll.
trigger your wild magic table.
Well, it shouldn't.
Isn't it a level 1?
unless- Yeah, but I need to roll for it first. That's only if I've used Tides of Chaos that are all on the table.
Starting when you choose this origin and first level your spell case. Once per turn, the DM can have you roll a d20. After you cast a sorcerer spell of first level or higher, if you roll a 1, roll on the wild magic table. Well, that's no fun. That's not as fun.
I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19. Okay.
That was why I was going to earlier. I considered using my Tides of Chaos, which would have meant that I would have had to have rolled.
All right.
But if you had made me roll on the table, then I'd have got my Tides of Chaos back.
Oh, really? I'm gonna have to
So
read
I
through it
can-
again. Okay.
Yeah, I can grant myself advantage
Okay.
in exchange for rolling on the table.
Oh,
when I
that's
cast
cool.
A first level or above spell.
Nice. Okay. I will read through it and kind of work through what I want to do with the
Yeah.
meta magic stuff. Again, just because I looked at it, but it's been a little bit. Okay, so 19 will definitely hit. Or wait,
Avoid.
you were doing mage armor, weren't you?
Yeah, Mage Armor.
So you don't need
Yeah.
to worry about that.
Yeah, the 19 was to avoid rolling on the table.
Right. So you didn't roll a 1, so you're good.
Yeah.
My brain caught up. So yeah, you're good. All of a sudden, this. What color is your mage armor? What does it look like? Can flavor text this.
When it first cast it, it seems to shift through different colours,
Okay.
and then it settles on purple.
Nice. So almost like
To-
looking in the
to
shape
go
of your
with my
clothing.
suit. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, so you guys see it like jet out in all these different colors and shift, and then it settles into this kind of purple overlay of his clothing that causes his clothes to shimmer. Some of you have seen him do this before. And there's like his fingers start to glow blue for a second, and then they go back to normal. And it seems like there was no disruption in his spellcasting. With that, it is now Christian's turn.
All right. Fine. I use my action. I grab out a hemp rope. I hand it one end
Uh-huh.
to Nulcris using my Master of Tactics as a bonus action. I use my movement to move over to the cube, and as a bonus action, I tie a rope around Kermit's leg or some sort of part of him, or around his waist if I can, and then I say, "Pull!"
Yeah, you can probably grab one of his legs with that rope and tie it around
Yeah.
there pretty well. So that's pretty much your turn, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you softy. That would make it Orin's turn.
Right. So to pull on that rope, I got to use my action, right?
Yes,
Like
that would
pulls
be. I'll let you
my
use
strength
athletics if you're
Athletics?
trained in
Oh, okay.
athletics. Yeah.
cool.
Could I, by chance, also kind of help with the polling since it's
I was
like
gonna say, can I
Sure.
assist?
Then
All
you
in.
get advantage on your roll.
Oh, for me? Okay.
Yeah, since Quinn is helping you.
So the first roll was a 22. Do we want to just take that?
Roll it again.
Okay. Next one was 19. So
Kermit comes flying out of there. And like you hear this sound as he's pulled out of the cube, and part of it kind of comes with him at first and slicks off. And the cube of chat flies around. And that will be, who is that? Christian. Your character, Quinn, is zapped with a golden ray of light, and you feel inspired.
I pull out a dagger and I was about to stab the frog. And I realize I feel better, so I pick the frog up and say, "On your feet."
Yep, okay. I'll be over here. Move Kermit over here. Yep, anything you say,
man.
Quinn. Go team. Please don't kill me. And that would make it. Let's see.
do I have any bonus actions? Hold on.
As a paladin, you probably have something.
You know what? I don't think I have. Bonus action, I can do 2-weapon fighting, but I don't think I have one. Or I can face step, but I'm not going to do that right now. So, nope, I'm good.
Okay. With that, it is Dingle McCringleberry's turn. Something I never thought I'd say. With that, Nulcris, the cube flies through the air and zaps you with a green ray, and you start to sweat and kind of slump over a little bit.
I hate this cube.
The cube's pretty active.
It's very active.
I whisper over to the Eladrin. I say, "Threatening the frog at least helps."
I don't yet know whether this cube is going to benefit us or not, and so I don't want to tempt it.
Right. The automaton floats over our artificer's head and kind of like fixes his clothes and like cleans the muck off your boots a little bit with a brush implement that comes out of nowhere, and just kind of floats me by you as you ready your turn.
Thanks, Speaker.
Me.
Shoot. I don't think I know much of anything else to do besides shoot the thing.
Run. Oh.
Yeah, well, I guess that would probably be the best thing to do. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I would I would get out of dodge.
Okay. And nothing else this turn?
No.
Okay. Beaker floats with you. And that would make it the DM Overlord's turn. Kermit will pull out a dagger and throw it at the thing and hits it. And he goes, "Oh crud! My wife gave me that. She's gonna be so mad." And does 4 damage to it. Why did I do that?
All I hear is
Yeah. There's a slight ting as it hits the bottom, like ting.
The squidge sound of these things always makes me shiver. Ugh.
how about you don't help right now?
And these things start sloughing forward. As another one emerges.
What?
McCringleberry. And on
What
Quinn.
a Dingle McCringleberry.
And yep. Let's see. I need Dingle to make a dexterity saving throw, but before you do that, we are going to take a break.
Cool. All
It's
right.
our 10:30 break
What do we think? 5 minutes good enough
Yeah,
for you guys,
5
or do you
sounds
want
good.
more?
to me.
5 should be good.
Yep, should be good.
I'd
Alright,
like
I'm
to
just
try
gonna
to
make
get out of this
myself a tea.
cube.
Yeah, get a
I
drink.
forgot I had a hot chocolate before we started,
Oh, it's a cold chocolate now.
and now it's a cold chocolate. All right,
It
cool.
could be good.
We will be back in about 5 minutes. See you guys then.
All right, see you guys soon.
Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, actually, I didn't put my water yet into the hot chocolate, so it is still a hot chocolate. So hot dang. Anyway.
Oh, hot dang! That's the last campaign.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's no old gnomish in this, or
It might smell a bit like it down here. I can hear my wife laughing from the other room.
yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Let's dive right back in.
All right. So I need a couple of saving throws, right? I need one from one Dingle McCringleberry and one Quinn. Dexterity saving throws, please.
12.
I'm never gonna be able to stop the seventh grade laughter.
Right.
Name.
Every time with that name. You actually both succeed on that. As both of these cubes try to just wrap around you like they did Kermit. And dissolve you.
No touchy.
No touch. Yeah, so you guys, actually, I'll nudge it up here a little bit. So you guys are able to, like, push them, kind of push away from them, and, like, as they start seeping around you, and do, like, a ninja roll. And so, what? Oh, Tasberry says, what? Clay shares my surname.
Oh, wait. Technically, I had advantage on that.
Oh.
Yes,
You did.
Ooh, 22.
So you actually
Ooh.
parkour off the wall as you go. Parkour. And let's see.
Impressive.
Went and
Most impressive.
yeah, that would make it Perforce's turn again.
Right. I will. I heard what Kermit said, so I will walk up to him. I will hand him a dagger,
Oh wow, it's my lucky day.
and then I will go over here.
Okay.
Promptly run away. Hand him a dagger and run away.
Awesome.
You got this.
Here you go.
I will then fire a firebolt
Okay.
at the one near Dingle.
All right, roll a d20.
And that's an 11.
11 will hit.
Oh, that's nice. I was not.
These things are huge, so it's
Yeah.
it's like hitting the broadside of a barn, you know.
That is 10 damage.
10 damage.
Nice.
Oh
Whoa,
man.
10 damage.
Dang.
This thing just like erupts into flame, and it's way more than you expected. As you look down, and your hands are glowing red right now, and actually catch flame, but they don't seem to be hurting you. And
How bad do I think it's damaged now? Does it still look like it's...
oh, you definitely
ready to
damaged
go.
it. Damaged it as some of it like sizzles away, and actually the green liquid, some of that also catches on fire around it. This is like way more fiery damage than you thought you would be able to even create with this firebolt. And actually, you look and you see the orb of flame that you took spinning around you, and then it flies back into your backpack.
I'll move it a little bit further away, and that's my turn. And
Okay, solid.
Nice job.
Yeah. Let's see, and then it will be Quinn's turn.
I can't see Landon at all, can I?
Yeah, I think it'll be alright. Yeah, you can see it from
Would I have seen that red orb?
Why don't you roll a perception check? It won't count as your turn or anything.
Sure. Perception. That's a 17.
Yeah, you noticed for sure.
Huh. I'm gonna pull out the wind
Yep.
orb, and then I'm just gonna go. Just like hold it out.
Okay.
I have no idea what to do, but just go like that.
When you do that, there is a breeze actually that flows out from you, but you don't think it'll do anything. So you
Wind breaks wind.
Are able. It breaks wind, but it doesn't feel like it's going to do much more than that. So you're able to still, if you'd like to do an attack, you still may.
I'm gonna do something rash. I'm gonna take the cube, the orb thing, and I'm gonna attach it to my dagger and then
Okay.
like slash.
Excellent. Okay, go ahead and roll your normal attack for that.
Is that? Oh, do I have someone near me by chance?
You do. You have the paladin right next to you, and you feel like that is close enough to be roguish and get sneak attack stiff.
That
The
is
rogue,
an
other than
18
Bert in the
to
party
hit.
this time. Yeah, an 18 will definitely hit, and you will get sneak attack damage added on.
So that's a total of 11 points of damage.
Ooh.
Nice. And also, when you do that, there's a gust of wind afterwards, and it pushes this thing back like 10 feet. And I'll reveal more of the map so you can see where you went.
That was awesome. How'd you do that?
Take your cube, put it on your weapon, and I'm gonna like retreat a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
Actually, you know what? Instead of retreating, I'm gonna actually stay with the paladin.
Okay. And then I believe it is the paladin's turn, actually.
Awesome.
Malchus.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is pull out that fire orb, look at that thing, shove it into the hilt of my sword,
Okay.
and where I'm assuming it attaches.
It does basically what you ask it to.
Would you please attach to my sword?
It doesn't
And
give you
then-
any sort of like verbal or any other cue, but it does do what you tell it to.
Sure.
Make me some fried chicken.
And then I'm going to run up to the cube, and I'm going to slash it with my longsword that is now coupled with the fire orb.
Okay. Let's see what you get.
19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit.
And then, let's see. What we do. So I have 1d8 plus 3 and 1d10 plus 3. I'm assuming the d10 is if I'm two-handing it.
Yes. So the
Okay.
bigger, yep.
All right, so I'm one hand.
Yeah, because
so
you're wielding a
that
shield.
is 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay, yeah, same
11
thing
damage.
with this
oh,
thing.
did I have disadvantage?
Let me look at my.
Did I get hit by a green?
I think you might have.
Son of a biscuit.
I mean, no.
You did.
Sorry.
Yep. you
Ah.
did.
I'm trying to say. I'm
Oh,
trying to
also,
say.
the cube spins around. Because I forgot
Yes.
to do this last turn. And shoots a beam of light at the ground. And a giant, a large fork with red hot tines appears.
Ooh. Like a dinner fork? Not like a
maybe like a
pitchfork?
pitchfork.
Oh,
I'm not sure
okay.
which.
A trident?
A trident, if you will.
Hey, Locke.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, can I pick up Kermit's wife's dagger?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay.
What you gonna do with that? I am gonna.
It says from Miss Hammy on the hill, by the way. It's like a dinner fork.
Oh, it's a dinner fork. Okay. All right, I'm gonna re-roll my hit for the disadvantage. Son of a gun, 12 to hit.
Why is that not letting me? 12 will hit.
Oh, thank goodness. Can we stick with the 11 damage?
Turns out we can hit the broadside of a barn.
Sure. That's fine.
The disadvantage wasn't on the damage.
Right. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. It won't let me spin this at all. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so there's a large dinner fork that is glowing. The tines are glowing like red hot, and it's up by our buddy the gnome up here, Dingle. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you slash this thing, and just fire goes down the blade of your weapon. And it just engulfs this thing. Actually, you're like almost uncomfortable with the level of heat as it, pieces of this thing fall off like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and like goop all over the walls and stuff. And it's almost like burning hot magma coming at you. And then the cube flies through the air again, and I have to roll a d10. Bag of Holding is activated.
If he drops a bomb.
It's a bomb. No, I'm just kidding.
Especially a glitter bomb.
You don't want to be sparkly again? You don't want to be a sparkly Dingle McCringleberry?
Disco barbarian.
I have rolled on a random trinkets table, and a doll head with no hair and poorly applied makeup appears on the ground. And
What is
says,
Near
this?
who?
Sid's...
Daddy? Daddy?
Nope.
Now that's disturbing.
And then poofs into a puff of smoke and disappears.
What is this, Sid's bedroom? What the heck?
You don't know where it came from, other than the cube.
Thanks,
and-
Cube.
I expected strange things in the sewer, but what the heck?
Right? And the fork jabs at the gelatinous cube because the DM missed his turn and hits it for 2d8. Is that correct? 2d8. Yep. It does 10 damage as it just. You hear the words "bon appetit" from the cube as it does it.
Wait, did you miss your turn? I thought it was Clay's. Like, I just finished mine.
I was supposed to cast the spiritual weapon before.
Okay.
Before I got to this round.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yes. So now it is Dingle McCringleberry's turn.
All right. I'm gonna fall back a little bit, and then as I'm running back, I'm gonna take my. I heard Quinn shouting. I take the fire orb, and I attach it to my crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to follow your commands and does so. You can make an attack. If
I
you like.
will shoot this cube up here that I was just standing by. That one's still.
Oh yeah, and it also gets to swing a pseudopod at you as you run away from it.
Oh, that's right.
Attack of opportunity for 21, which I believe hits.
Okay, so turns out I don't go too far.
Well, you do make it away from it, but you do take 12 damage as you land.
Oh, man.
Oh,
As
dang.
this goopy arm just goes, and some of the acid splashes over you and starts melting through your skin and armor. Yeah, we're level 4, y'all. Wait, level 1.
Level 4.
Level 4.
All right.
Did you just say I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark? Ooh.
I'm gonna I'm gonna shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay. That makes sense.
15
You hit.
for 9 piercing.
Wow.
Nice.
It's pretty decent damage this time around.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Yeah, this thing just erupts into flame as this. When it passes through the orb, your bolt actually catches on fire and glows the same color as the orb. As it hits this thing, it just boom, like engulfs it in this huge thing of flame for another.
I like this.
We'll see. And just all this goop starts falling and like catching the liquid around it, and the sewage water kind of catches on fire, which is very unnerving. And it starts to quickly trail towards you and Kermit. And actually, I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw.
Who?
Yeah. Who?
Kermit and the gnome.
Dingle Crinkleberry.
Yep.
19.
You're fine. Kermit, however, erupts into flame. And he's like running back and forth. And he's like, "What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?" And takes. Let's see how much damage he takes. 4 fire damage, and is definitely still burning.
Stop, drop, and roll.
That's what I was thinking.
In the sewage.
Stop, drop, and roll.
I guess if you're on fire, who cares?
With it being his turn, he actually listens to you guys, and just his face plops down in some mud. And he rolls around in it and puts out the flames as his turn. And the fork begins to dig into the cube again, but unfortunately, it misses the broadside of a barn, and the cube actually engulfs it and starts going past it towards Dingle, which it won't be able to engulf you this turn, but it does try to swing at you. And then this one is trying to engulf our paladin. I think it's dexterity saving throw. Is that correct?
Dex save.
Yes, I need Orin to make a dex saving throw, and Dingle, you get. It rolls a 3 against your AC, so I don't think it's going to hit.
Oh, so do you still need me to roll the dex?
Yes, for yours, but Dingle's is like doing a pseudopod instead of engulfing.
I get an 18.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to like dodge out of the way as it like splashes down around you. And actually, it hits your orb too, and it just kind of, the pseudopod that was gonna like help to engulf you burns away. And Dingle, it totally missed you. And Kermit is currently laying in the mud. We'll call it mud. And the music is loud. Thank you. So you have your eardrums back. And it is now Perforce's turn.
Wait, I will
Now it's
shoot
too quiet.
firebolt.
Shoot firebolt again? Okay, your bread and butter.
Yeah. At the one near Dingle.
Okay.
Clay, you're such an idiot. I'm gonna laugh every time.
That's an 11.
Oh, because of his
Seems
name.
uncalled for.
11 will hit. Seems uncalled for.
8 damage.
Nice. Yeah, so
Wow,
this thing
nice.
just erupts into flame. and same kind of thing. Like just goop, it just like starts to melt profusely, and you're doing way more flame like than you ever thought you would. And your hands start to glow blue at first, but then they shift to a red light, which you've never seen them do that color before.
We'll say to Kermit, get to the entrance. No.
Okay, I'll do what you say.
Very impressionable.
He is. And then it is, I believe, Christian's turn.
All right, seeing how last time I hit it, it ended up being pushed back. So this time I'm gonna like charge at it and do, like spinning with my momentum. I'm gonna do like a spin and like hit it, and hopefully send it back even further.
Okay.
And that would be to attack. Crit fail.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Let's have the paladin make a dexterity saving throw here. A second.
Christian, if you push me into this cube.
He just chuckles.
Dex, you said? I
Yeah.
know. Okay, please. I got a
Oh
5.
no.
I got a 5.
You accidentally kick him, and he goes boop to the gelatinous cube.
Using my bonus action, because I have this ability, Master of Tactics, I'm gonna pull him out.
Okay. What does Master of Tactics do again?
It allows me to actually have a help action to an
nice.
ally, like either attacking or like I can like as a bonus action I can like take potions and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can you just roll like a quick strength check?
Yeah. Totally.
Oh! And
18.
before the acid can start dissolving you and your armor, you were quickly pulled out by the guy who actually pushed you in and pulled out of this thing, and you were no longer going to drown inside it, so that's good.
Sorry about that. I'm back up again.
Oh my goodness.
I need this animated.
Right?
I need to see this. That's amazing.
I thought we were gonna lose Orn on the first
Oh my
scenario
gosh.
again.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I know. Speaking of that, I believe it is your turn, Orn.
It is.
Chris.
So before Quinn backs up, I come out of the cube like almost snarly and pretty angry looking. And then I slap him on the back and just start laughing. And I go, I haven't had this much fun in a long time. That's amazing.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Sorry.
It is, yeah.
That was just
Would you like to
flavor
actually do
We
something?
all just stare at you.
No, I'm gonna slap him on the back. Jovial friendship stuff.
good.
No, I am going to once again try to hit it with my long sword
Okay.
for a 9.
That will hit.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I mean gelatinous cube. How much AC does it have? Right,
it's just this giant thing that slurps around dungeons.
right. 6 damage.
Okay. It erupts into angry flame again. And press the wrong thing. Yeah, and it just seems to be like you're like, I didn't think I hit it that hard, but this flame just engulfs this thing.
I hold up the
And-
sword and look at the orb, and I'm like, I love this thing.
Speaking of which, I have to make a mark. Okay. And then, let's see. Anything else this turn?
Nope.
Okay. Dingle.
I'm gonna keep falling back.
Okay. Are you going to use
And-
disengage as your action?
Uh,
That'll keep it from getting a attack
Ye-
as a relieved. its area of
Objection,
influence.
leading.
well, I mean, if I don't, I'll probably die this turn. So
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
You'd be
I
unconscious,
think that would.
I think.
I think that would be my only option. Yes, I will disengage this turn.
Gosh, I love
Okay.
this music.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, you're able to run away, obviously, from
Well,
it.
not that far.
So that'll be your action. And that's pretty much all you can do this round.
Yep.
That would be the DM Overlord's turn then. And this thing will try to engulf our Paladin. The fork will try to stab into the gelatinous cube before it moves, and it will hit it.
Nice.
And, gosh, it'll do 9 damage. Dang. And then it'll slurp forward towards Kermit. Let's see if Kermit will survive. As he's engulfed, it attempts to engulf him again. Let's see what Kermit gets. Kermit is engulfed. Oh, not a And one hand shoots out and goes back in again, and he starts to dissolve, and it's not looking good. As he takes some damage. Let's see how much. Yep. He is definitely unconscious. And begins to rapidly, like, you see bits of him coming off as he dissolves inside this thing. It's not easy being green or dissolved by a gelatinous cube. And yeah, it does not look good for Kermit at the moment as he falls unconscious. Yikes.
And then, do I gotta make a dex?
Yes,
saving
make a
throw as well?
dexterity saving throw, please.
10.
That will not succeed. So you are engulfed,
Oh, good.
and you will take 8 acid damage.
Okay.
Not the worst. I rolled pretty low actually on that one. Kermit took 20 acid damage, if you want to know.
Whoa.
So, I think you won. As he was engulfed.
We're in the first hallway of the
Yeah.
dungeon. And we're about to lose our guide because he's an idiot.
Inexperienced, maybe.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty
sure,
easy to
that's
catch
what it
while he
is.
was face down in mud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. He didn't get a chance to even get up. Jeez. And this jaunty tune comes up as he's dissolving. La 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 la. And it is
Kermit
Purpose's
does.
turn.
Who's took damage?
Kermit.
And me. Yeah, me
And the
Kermit.
Paladin. Yeah.
Yep, I've taken damage.
And Dingle. Yep.
I am at 11 of 23.
Other than Kermit, Dingle looks pretty beat up, actually.
But Quinn hasn't.
Right.
No, Quinn,
Right.
I don't think has taken any damage, right?
So I will. Don't know how this spell will interact with someone who's unconscious.
Okay.
But I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's that?
I will. How do I put a marker on where I want to cast it?
There is a ruler. I think it's the measure tool, and it will do different shapes if you go into it. Like a line, a square, a circle, or a cone, or a beam. And then you can do it like it can do snap to center, snap to corner, or no snapping, and you can just kind of like put it over it.
I can't get it to work. I can get the ruler, I can get that on, but it doesn't. Is it the?
Oh, it's
do
the
I paint?
paintbrush. Draw a circle.
Paintbrush. Right. So it'll be a circle. I want to cast it out there, which can I move it after I've placed it?
Let me look at Withering Bloom a second.
Oh, I mean the thing because I've. It's alright,
Oh, yeah, there should be a pointer like up at the top. There's like just a triangle or an arrow at the top of the list of tools, and you should be able to move it around.
Because the thing I don't want it. There you see, I want it. Right. Should be about that. I think. I'll just check. It's a bit smaller than that, but it should get both of them. And
Yeah.
basically, Wither and Bloom. It says each creature of your choice in that area, which is a 10-foot radius sphere, said must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And half. If they save, then it's half damage.
Okay, so what's your spell save DC? Do you know where to find that?
It is 14.
Okay, so the one on the left succeeded, and the one on the right failed.
And that is 7 damage.
Okay.
And in addition to that, Wither and Bloom, one creature of your choice in that area. So because Quinn hasn't taken damage, that will be Kermit. Can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain any number of hit points equal to the roll.
Oh,
Plus
nice.
my spell casting ability modifier.
Okay.
My modifier is +4.
Oh, nice. So he gets to roll a what?
Whatever his hit dice is.
Okay.
So he can use one hit dice.
Okay,
then
so he
add.
rolled a 2.
Right, so that's 6.
So he gets 6 hit points. Nice. So he
Yeah.
becomes conscious. You see his eyelids open up, and he starts trying to get out again as the Withering Bloom takes effect around him.
His eyes are no longer in his skull, but they're open.
I mean, if you want to put it that way, sure. The lid's open. We'll say his lids that can close over them. And yeah, he begins to like.
Yeah.
It's almost like a doggy paddle. trying to get
I will
out of
also back up a bit more.
there. That's fair. Okay. Yep, that's fair. Right. That was a pretty wicked turn. Now it is Quinn's turn.
All right. I'm going to run up to this cube.
Mm-hmm.
And if you allow me, as I hit
Yeah.
to send it, I'm going to also grab Nalcris's arm. So that way
Okay.
the cube moves and he stays.
Okay. Let's roll an attack first. See what happens.
Sure. Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
I was gonna make you roll like a dexterity save, but I think with the nat, we'll just have it be where you can grab him.
Sure. Are we just doubling the damage?
Yeah, we're just doubling damage straight up.
Okay, so... Wait,
And you
hold
will
on.
get sneak attack, even though it's kind of weird because he's inside the cube that you're fighting. So it's like trying to keep him engulfed and attack you at the same time. So you're able to like maneuver around and get a sneak jab in.
So that will be 12, so 24 points of damage.
Yeah, rogues are fun. And it goes slurping like a slurp and slide down the hallway, and you've got a paladin in front of you, and
Slurp and
he's just
slide.
soaked from head to toe in this goop.
It worked.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
I do
and-
not want to do that again.
I'm going to use my bonus action now that I actually looked up what the help action does. I'm
Sure.
using my help action, bonus action, to help Nalcris, which will give him advantage on his next attack.
Nice. Look at you, mastermind rogue. Yeah. So remember that, Warren. That'll be important.
Yep. Yep.
All right. With that, guess whose turn it is? It is Orin, AKL Nalcris's turn.
Well, with a little help from my friend,
That's right.
I'm gonna run to
Goodbye.
the other cube, and I'm going to slash at it.
Okay.
With
Don't
my
roll a
long
one.
sword. Well, 11.
You will hit
Awesome.
Weak advantage.
With advantage, so I get to roll
with
again.
advantage, so you can roll again to see if you get a crit.
Nat 20.
No way.
No way!
Nat 20.
Awesome. Brr, 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 brr.
Excellent.
Okay,
Yes! Thank you, Christian.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Christian, we're
so
best friends.
this thing engulfs in flames. Roll damage.
Okay, am I rolling damage?
Roll
Yeah.
that damage.
7.
Yep, so 14, plus some fire damage, as this thing just engulfs in flame. Sorry, Kermit. As he takes 3 fire damage just from being inside this thing.
Can I just interject something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cast a second level spell earlier, and I didn't
Oh,
roll.
yeah. Roll it for your
So-
to see if you have to roll on the table.
That's a 5, so it's a no.
Okay. I will say this: when that happens, though, your hands are fully glowing blue again.
Right.
Instead of red, they're back to blue again.
Okay.
And you don't know what that means, but I do. And maybe you'll know soon. And let's see. Oh yeah, we can get rid of those pink circles now, probably, right? And then
Yeah, I didn't know how to get rid of them.
no, it's okay. I'll do it for you. No big deal. Orin, is that your entire turn?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Dingle. time to Kermit
I was going to try to hold it together this time, but
Every time somebody says the name, I can hear Kylaris in the background chuckling. That's worth the price of admission.
Oh my gosh.
Kyle Larson and I both have 7th grade humor, so
Great.
All right. Well, I got away. I'm gonna shoot this thing with my crossbow again.
Okay.
Hopefully.
You hit.
18. 4.
Okay.
damage.
So it sinks in about as much as you think, and then it just like engulfs more into flame.
I'm melting.
And since it wasn't a crit, I'll give Kermit a chance to dodge while he's in there. And he does so. He's actually like, and like able to slide away from the part that's like melting and turning into flame. Thank goodness, because otherwise he might be unconscious again. He has 3 hit points right now. So yeah, that's bad. And it is my turn, I believe, right? Are you moving or anything, Dingle?
No, I'm staying as far away as I can.
Okay. Kermit will try to bust out of this mug and fail. And then he will take acid damage.
This frog is just really intent on dying.
He really is. I didn't think he was. Oh no.
Level 1.
That's really bad news.
Double his hit points.
So he was at
3.
3, and I rolled 23 on damage. He is dissolved into nothing.
How much damage did he have?
HP.
HP.
So I'm not going to tell you the full number of hit points, but it definitely was his hit points negative. Since he was at 3, it definitely put him down there. And oh my gosh, I expected him to stay out of trouble enough to not have this happen, but he is dead. Wow. Okay. He shoves his hand out and says, "Give this to Miss Hammy," and it's her dagger.
No, I have her dagger.
Oh, you have it. I'm sorry. He shoves his banjo
my
out and
dagger?
says, "Give this to Miss Hammy." You hear glub glub glub, and he just dissolves into a greenish mist inside this cube. It's sad.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Well, that's
Right.
unfortunate.
So much for having a guide.
I did not expect an NPC death tonight.
I love D&D.
Oh my gosh. Like straight up dead. Like just dead. Didn't even get saving throws or anything, man.
Wow.
Oh no.
You rolled a 23 damage.
23 damage. It was insane. Oh my gosh. So Kermit meets his maker and dissipates into Jello. So that happened. And this glowing fork will come in and try to swing at this gelatinous cube.
What a follow-up. The frog
and we'll hit it.
disintegrates in a fiery
I know.
fork.
Does 13 points of damage.
Tell me that destroys the cube. Tell me
Which-
that gets rid of the cube.
It does, in fact, do enough damage to destroy the cube. It was just enough. Like, it just went over by, like, 1 hit point. And, so Peripherus had told me that he slipped him another golden coin after it was taken
I was
away from
going-
him.
Yeah.
So a single gold coin rolls around on the floor and
Yeah, well,
settles.
I was going to say, are we out of initiative now?
There's still the one down the hallway. Sorry, I should have revealed more of it to you guys. The one that,
Did my
was pushed down
dagger
there.
drop?
Yes, your dagger is also there.
Right.
I'm gonna take an action.
Rufus is like, but what about my dagger?
Can I take a solace bonus action and flick the other gold coin I took from him into that pile?
You absolutely can if that's what you would like to
Sure.
do. I will let that. Ting.
Tink.
That's so harmless.
You've earned your pay.
You earned your pay.
For the ferryman, I guess.
I mean, did
to
he?
cart him across the
What
river.
did he do?
I mean, better he take
He ran
that damage
straight
than
into a
us.
cube and then rolled around in
Mud.
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 Sewer
Again,
mud.
it's not easy being green, guys. Oh my gosh.
I love
What a
it so
strange,
much.
weird twist and turn of events. Okay. Oh, I can't. My face hurts.
I imagine Locke spending hours making Kermit the Frog, and he,
I did work on it, yeah, in designing that token.
oh no!
But that's okay.
Jesse's like, but would the mud create an extra coating on his skin?
It was not enough for the amount of damage I did.
I'm pretty sure that coating would be flammable too. So
Yeah. So, what's funny is that crit actually did a few damage, which probably knocked him over the. You know what I mean? It was enough.
Toss a coin to
Anyway, it all adds up.
Kermit.
oh no, it's terrible.
Okay. So it is whose turn? I don't even know anymore.
Purpur's
Purpur's turn.
Right. I will walk up to. Here was it? Where Kermit was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will pick up my dagger, the 2 gold coins, and then I'll move to.
He walks away.
And I will cast
so
Prestidigitation and make sure they're all clean.
So it's the most callous thing I've ever. Kermit the Frog.
And that's the end of my turn.
No.
You killed me. I'm dead.
Oh my goodness. You got me. Most callous thing ever. I love it.
I might throw up.
I also dropped my stone at the entrance where I was.
Oh,
Because
with the light cast on it?
Yeah, when I cast Wither and Bloom earlier, I used my cane as my focus. So
Oh, okay.
drop the stone on the
So
floor.
you drop the stone. Okay, so there's a glowing pebble at the entrance, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, boy.
And so you callously go over and retrieve things off the floor, cast prestidigitation, which is hard to say when you're laughing, and a little piece of frogman eyeball dissipates off it, and you ready yourself because they're still fighting this other cube that could destroy one of your other group members.
My goodness.
And yeah. Whew. And it is
I want to
now.
know what Quinn's reaction was when he picked up the coin that you just flipped over there.
Right? We'll find out because it is Quinn's turn.
Do I see little Kermit's wind orb on the ground as well?
You do.
I'm gonna go over there, pick it up, slap it onto Miss Hammy's dagger,
Okay.
and then just yeet it at that cube.
Okay.
For Kirby.
12.
12. Will hit the cube.
All right. For 7 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely gets hurled right in there.
I'm hoping with like the wind orb that it just like goes like extra fast.
Yeah, it's like it's sidewinding missile, and it just hurls into this thing and goes. Once it gets inside, it just like kind of detonates, and this force of wind just like blows a big part of it apart, and it sloughs on the floor and kind of splashes into a less solid piece of gelatinous cube, for lack of a better term. And you're pretty sure you damaged it quite profusely.
Oh, sorry, that's 19 points of damage. It was 7 piercing and 12 sneak attack for a total of 19.
Dang. Yeah, so even more of that liquid, and it just kind of like keeps spilling out, and it like loses its shape and then like kind of reforms into a cube, but it looks pretty diminished. And with
Using
that,
a bonus action,
Oh, go ahead.
help
Okay. To the paladin again?
to the paladin,
Okay.
of course.
Right. With that, give me a moment, and something very interesting happens. A portal of sorts appears. And I can't get this stupid things to not be over where I'm trying to do things. So it's facing that way. Unfortunately. I'll put it up here, actually. No, that's foolishness. So I will put it back. But this doorway appears out of the cube. It shoots these sparks on the ground, and this door kind of like comes up out of the rock and things like that, and it sheds some light. And in sparkly letters, it says Abracadabra's shop of Emporium. I'm sorry, Abracadabra's Emporium. In like glowing different colored letters over it.
Where the heck did this come from?
Hey, what is this random nonsense?
What's that, rabbit? What's out there? Is all you hear from inside the doorway.
I don't know what to do with this. What?
Is the cube almost dead?
It does seem pretty diminished, yes. Oh, that it is the paladin's turn, who has been given the help ability.
It's true. I'm going to charge the cube,
Okay.
and I am going to swing my sword with advantage. And thank goodness I have that advantage, because that was a nat 1.
Oh my goodness.
14 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Oh, thank goodness, Christian.
Right?
Let's see. 5 damage.
Okay. Let's see how many hit points these guys have again. Yeah, you go charging forward and you just lunge, and your grip feels like it almost slips, and then you catch purchase of it and just slam it through the heart of this thing, and it just explodes in fiery, goopy magma all over the place. And
You really know how to make this appealing.
Yeah, and you hear out of the cube. And you guys are standing now in a sewer.
I'm grabbing Miss Hammy's dagger.
Okay, you grab Miss Hammy's dagger.
Does Orin's character look a little bit like the guys from Ghostbusters at the end of the...
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, gross.
With that, the fork dissipates as well.
Okay.
It like
Yeah.
poofs out of existence.
So, how about that magic door that came out of nowhere? Did anybody see where that door came from?
I did.
Oh. All right. Do we dare go in?
Do we have any idea what this could be?
Are
Poke
you
my head
asking
through
in
the
character
door.
or out? That's
No,
the question.
out of character.
Oh, you can roll. Let's see. Let's have you guys roll a history check.
15.
Okay.
7.
21.
14.
Okay, so Christian and Clay, your characters know what have heard of this shop before, and you know that it is. You have heard stories of it being housed or owned, rather, by a very strange gnome named Abracadabra, and you know that his shop is all over the realm somehow.
I think we can go in here. This is going to be useful, but just a heads up, the guy that runs this place is a little odd.
Odder than
So-
Kermit.
Well, that's hard to top.
That's fair.
It's true.
Yeah, with that, you guys open the doors into, I'm hoping you can see it, a magical shop. And there's a broom that's like sweeping around, and like it has like these wooden circles at the top, and it's wearing white gloves on these spindly looking arms. There's soft like magical lighting throughout here. There's all these weird things like within the shop. There's like this jar with tentacles that kind of come flying out of there, and there's various mushrooms and gemstones and maps, and it's definitely a shop of very magical items. And let's get your characters on the map. They look really small on this map. Dingle's not that small.
He's a gnome, but he's a giant gnome.
So I'm just regular sized.
Yeah. Let's get an all Chris. I would get Kermit, but I don't need to.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Let's just
Okay.
keep twisting that Miss Hammy dagger right in his
I know, right?
incorporeal body.
So you guys come into this place, and I don't have him in here. That's annoying. Give me 1 second.
It's bigger on the inside.
It definitely is bigger on the inside.
I love magic.
I love magic.
I'll just use this. And
Nice.
he's over at this forge-looking thing. And he has a white rat that is perched on his shoulder. And oh, what's that, rabbit? They came inside. Oh, good. Thank the maker.
I'll
Greetings.
make my way over to him.
Hi, I'm Abracadabra. What's your name? Don't tell me. Don't tell. I'm gonna guess this time. What's his name? Oh, your name is Tom.
Yeah, correct.
just goes with it.
I must have rolled a natural 20, whatever that means.
Do you have any guides here?
Yes, I have this player's handbook. It's in this DM guide.
No, I mean people to guide you through places, like sewers.
Sewers?
Or a map.
Why would you want to go through a sewer?
That's a really good question.
No idea.
No idea. Why are we even here?
Do you have any maps?
I
Of
mean, I do have
sewers?
maps, but not... I don't think we have any maps of sewers, do we, Rabbit? No. Okay, hold on, let me ask. What? No. What? Speak louder, Rabbit!
And this thing is making no sound, nor is it even moving. It's just sitting perfectly still on his shoulder. And he says,
Rabbit says we don't really carry sewer maps. We do have a map of the Nine Hells and of the Astral Plane, if you're looking for that.
No.
Maybe next time.
How much would the one for the astral plane be?
No one's ever asked me that before. Rabbit, how much is that going for? Roll a D100. Okay.
and he pulls out these shiny golden dice that he throws on the table. And he says,
That'll be about 1,000 gold.
Right, no. What do you specialize
What do I specialize in? Wondrous items. Look around you. I mean, it's quite magnificent, don't you think? What's that, Rabbit? Don't be insulting. Fine. I know you never let me have any fun over here. What am I supposed to do? I'm just sitting around in the shop all day waiting for strangers to stumble through a magical portal. How did I know that? I don't know. The Cube of Chat told me, I suppose. What's a Cube of Chat? Anyway, could I interest you in these lovely hats over here?
Do they do
What do
anything?
what do they do?
I mean, they're fashionable and the...
Are there any bowler hats?
Yes, there's one over here. It'll change any color you like. I have pretty much anything that you would find in the, a standard player's handbook.
I will take my hat off my head, wave my hand over it, and turn it a different colour, say green, with prestidigitation.
Oh, you can do it too! Nice! Whoa.
Then
Rabbit?
I'll wave it back and turn it back to its normal colour and put it back on my head.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'll have a browse.
Rabbit says he wants to go with you instead of staying with me. No, Rabbit!
As long
Can't-
as he can, long as he can guide us
I'll
through
go
the
and
sewer.
browse over. Yeah.
If the-
you
if-
see various magical shields, befitting of a fighter type or a paladin. There's also magical weapons of sword and armors over here. Swords and daggers and arrows over this way.
Do I see any focuses?
Yeah, you could probably find a magic focus. Is there a specific type that you'd like?
I just want to see if there's anything smaller than a cane.
Do you
There's
have-
definitely a wand, like a wand of like a +1 wand that would help you cast spells.
Yeah, I will take a look at that.
Did somebody else? I heard somebody else maybe.
Yeah, do you have by chance a belt of returning?
A belt of returning. Oh, let's see. I suppose I do. You want something that returns weapons to your hand? I do have gloves of missile snaring. Gloves of thievery, but you don't see like the type that run those. Let's see. I've returning. The best part of D&D, shopping. Let's see.
Listen, that's why I don't play League of Legends, okay?
Belt of returning. I believe I do have a dagger of returning. Like if you throw it, it'll end up back in your satchel you have there. If
That'll
that
work.
sounds like you'd be interested.
How much?
Let's see. Let me look at my index here. I think it's called Excel. Because it excels at showing me daggers. I believe I will sell it to you for 400 gold.
Can you do 250?
Roll persuasion.
Come on, Christian.
19.
Oh, I thought at first that was a nat 20.
What's up, Rabbit? Let him? What? Are we running a charity now? Yeah, it's fine. 250 gold.
Sweet. And this is why we get paid up front.
Right?
Yeah, Professor, you should be able to find, I think it's called a 1+1. If not, we can look it up.
Wand of the War Mage +1.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wand of the, yeah. War Mage. Yep, that one. Yep, so you can, he says he'll charge you 100 gold for that.
I'll think on that.
By the way, Locke, is that a homebrew item?
The returning dagger is a homebrew. I'll have
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the wind orb and slap it onto the dagger of returning.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Anybody else looking for anything?
I'd really like to get my hands on either some boots of speed or boots of elvenkind.
Oh, I believe we have both of those.
I think either one of those could come in handy.
Boots of Elvenkind. Looks like they're 2,000 gold, and boots of speed are 1,500 is what I have them priced as.
Why don't you roll persuasion? See what we can get them to. Unless you guys want to steal things from Abracadabra, your choice.
16.
He says he can get to the. He can't go lower than 1,000, is what he says.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sorry, Rabbit runs the store. Especially when I'm not around. If you guys need to take a short rest, you can use my VIP lounge. It's off to your left. Don't mind the disco ball. It might blind you.
And how much is that going to cost us?
The VIP lounge is free
Oh, that's good.
since
I
you
always like
some of
free.
you bought items. Yeah.
One thing, do you have a ring of truth telling?
A ring of truth. Well, it's not my expertise. Yes, it is. Oh, by the maker. I didn't know it was my expertise. Sorry. Let me see. Ring. Of... What was it again?
Ring of truth telling.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forget things. I'm running about 70 stores right now. Right at this moment. I do have a scroll that will cast Zone of Truth, I believe is the spell name.
No.
That's all I have on hand right now, and currently none of my stores have it. That's very bizarre.
What rings do you have?
Do you have a ring of any bells?
Of any bells?
Yeah, does it ring any bells?
No, you're clever. You're clever. He's not clever. I grow even more powerful. You hear a voice from somewhere, and you look over in the corner, and there's a statue of a almost sphinx-like cat body with a human head, and it seems to be talking when it says that. Your jokes make me even more powerful. To answer your question, though, I don't have any rings of bells. He still doesn't seem to grasp entirely what you're talking about. And he does have a ring of evasion, but he says it's going to be 7,000 gold. The rings are pretty expensive, actually. He says the cheapest one he has is a ring of the ram, which he can give for like 500 gold.
Ring of Ram, temporary cash storage? What?
Ring of the ram.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I'll just have the rest, and that's it. Even though I don't need it. But if everyone else is resting, then that's me.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Not
don't
buying
need a
anything.
rest.
Yeah.
Do we get anything back for a short rest?
You can
I don't
spend
remember.
your hit dice that you have, which you all should have 4 hit dice of your various classes. Paladin, I think yours is D10, so you could burn as many of those as you want.
What is... So I'm not really familiar with burning hit dice. I don't think I've had to do that before.
So you'll
what's
have
that?
4 in your pool, and just on a short rest, you would subtract one of those, and you get them all back at a long rest. They replenish
Okay.
then.
What does it do then? Like, if
So you roll
burn
it,
one-
and you get your con mod plus whatever you roll back in hit points. It's
Oh,
like you're
okay.
bandaging up or
I might
catching
do
your
that
breath.
because I took some damage. Not a lot.
Yeah, I
but-
probably should.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask Abracadabra, do you have any +1 shields, preferably shaped like leaves or other wild things?
Let's see. Let's see what magical shields we have. Well, I have a shield +1 according to this excellent program of a book I have here. I have a scroll of protection. Oh gosh, pretty much anything. I don't know how much you're willing to spend is the problem.
Does the scroll of protection enchant my shield? Or how
Yes.
much is the +1 shield?
+1 shield would be about 1,200 gold.
Oh,
Yes.
how much is the scroll?
The scroll is about 200 gold.
What does the scroll do?
Yeah.
It's a scroll of protection from good and evil. Let me look at that one. I think it
works
helps. Yeah, go ahead.
Works against a specific type of creature chosen by the DM or determined randomly by rolling on the following table. Using an action to read the scroll encloses you in an invisible barrier that extends from you to form a 5-foot radius, 10-foot high cylinder. For 5 minutes, this barrier prevents creatures of the specified type from entering or affecting anything within the cylinder. It moves with you, remaining centered on the person. But if you move in a way that the creature ends up in the area of the cube, or the cone cylinder, get your shapes
Every
right,
geometric
Orin.
shape ever.
Yeah, it ends. So, I don't really know. Being a paladin, I don't know how useful that is exactly. I guess I could block something, but for 200 gold.
Yeah, and it would be gone after that.
Yeah. So, I think I'll just have the short rest in the VIP.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we'll run across each other again.
Oh, I
sometime.
do hope so. You guys have actually given me business. Normally, people come in here and just rest for a while in the VIP lounge.
By the way,
Oh.
do you know how to get to the palace of the Java?
Java, does he have coffee?
I'm sure he does.
Java Palace.
Rabbit, do we know how to get to the coffee house? Rabbit doesn't seem to know. He crinkled up his nose, and that usually means someplace that smells bad. We're not really from around here. Unfortunately, I get thrown about by this. Well, at least this version of my soul gets thrown about by that cube that's floating above your head.
Oh. Interesting.
It's really kind of annoying.
Agreed.
Especially when I was in the middle of taking a bath, and then I'm transported halfway across the world and thrown at various places. It can get you into quite a bit of trouble.
Thankfully,
Well, I
it
appreciate you
transported
putting pants on.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Thankfully, it transported you with clothes.
Oh, I put pants on? Yeah, dodged a bullet there, whatever a bullet is. That's fair.
I love how Abracadabra just breaks the fourth wall constantly.
Yeah, thank goodness.
yeah.
Hey, you're welcome to stay here for a few more minutes, and then if you're not going to buy anything else, skedaddle. We got to get on with this story. I don't even know what that means.
I make my
Yeah,
way to
I'm
the
done.
door without another word.
Okay, bye! As the broom
I'm right
waves at
behind
you.
him.
Thanks for coming. Come again. And you guys make your way back through the door. Landon, are you going with them?
He said he was following
Yeah, I
right
said I
behind
was
me.
right
yeah.
behind.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
hear you say that. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys all make your way back into the sewer. If my bookmark would move. There it goes.
Quick question: it is midnight EST. Is
Yes.
everyone still good to go a little bit longer, or do you want to call it here?
I can go for a little bit longer. I do have an interview tomorrow morning that I have to be out
Okay.
for. So
Okay, we
Well,
were
you
probably
I
going to
don't
be
want to make
done.
it too late.
12:30
You
would
don't-
be the latest, but
but- Okay.
You don't
Yeah, it's
wanna be
only 9
exhausted?
o'clock, so I mean,
yeah,
For Peripherus, it's like what
he lives in the future.
5 in the morning?
Yeah, just after 5, yeah.
Whew.
Yeah,
Ooh, man.
So about the time I normally be getting up.
right.
I will look on the floor for if there's any pebbles about.
Oh, definitely. They're everywhere.
Right.
Are you
I'll
willing
pick-
to pick them up from the muck that is on the ground? Is the
Well, I'll
question.
pick one up, cast prestidigitation on it,
Okay. Your
And
hands
then-
glow blue, then red, and back to
and
blue.
then I'll
again.
cast light on it.
Okay.
I like the
Faint
idea.
purple light.
Purple. Okay.
I like the idea that, like, it's obvious you're making these into lights, but it almost seems like a character quirk.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And so I like that, like, from kind of another character's perspective, watching you do this all the time.
I bet Solace would have gotten along with him so far.
Right, right.
Yeah, so you guys find yourself standing in this sewer system with no longer have a guide, so it's kind of whatever you decide.
Cool. Well, I'm
Everybody
pretty
know
sure
where we
we'll
need
get
to
there
go.
without Kermit. But which way?
Lead the way.
I go down the way he was going.
Okay.
I follow right on his heels.
I'm following, but I'm not following too close.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
lean back a bit.
I'm gonna let.
I'll be with Dingle.
That made me uncomfortable for a second because that name is so weird. As you guys go towards this way, the liquid in where it's green seems very like it gets deeper to the point where it'll be like chest deep for everybody but Dingle. Dingle, it'll be up to your mouth. So if you stay out of the middle, you will not have to worry about that.
I was gonna say, can
I'll
I stay
wait.
up on here?
You notice there's a bridge by where the paladin is.
I'll wait until they start turning the corner, and then I'll start moving forward a bit.
Okay.
Hey, Landon, if you're not going to keep up, can I at least have your purple rock?
Quinn, I can see. Just
Do you
follow
want to
me.
lead the way there, Captain?
I mean, I've already been in the cube twice. It's what's a third time?
And can we climb up on the side? Like, is there a side, or are we still really deep in the muck?
It's mucky, but it's not like you're not chest deep or
Okay.
anything here. It's only when you go in the green that.
So
that will
I'm
happen.
gonna yell back, especially to Dingle. Who obviously wants to stay really clean with a name like Dingle, and and I'm gonna say, hug the walls. It's shallower here.
But I barely know them.
I'm even more powerful than I was before.
Oh man, we're creating an omnipotent beast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep moving.
Okay,
down the
trudging
path.
along through this. Thankfully, nothing hurt you with that roll. I do
Alright.
need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Paladin.
No. Okay.
Oh, good, a 1.
Not in that one.
Not in that one.
Not in
but
that
that's
one.
okay.
Or
It's still low
unnatural
enough
or
to
whatever.
be hit with the spike trap that comes out of the ground
Oh,
and deals
no!
10 piercing damage to you.
I just got those hit points back.
Watch your step.
Thanks.
I will keep me
Says the rogue.
I mean, if I could see, I would lead and would be checking for traps.
Yep.
So if I
Lesson
had a
learned.
purple rock, maybe I might actually be of some use.
I will throw the rock towards Quinn's hand so that he can catch it.
Okay. You do so, unless you're maliciously throwing it at him.
No,
All right.
Putting a little heat on
gently
it.
toss it.
A gentle toss from compatriot to compatriot.
I'll stay within the dim light range of it.
Okay. Yeah, so now you have a purple glowing rock in your hand. If you would like to check for traps, you may do so.
Yeah, I'll check for traps as I'm moving along.
Okay. Feel free to continue now.
Would that be perception?
Yeah, it'll be perception.
Natural 20.
Dang.
Yes, you definitely see a trap. I'll mark it in red.
You also see
Christian
through time and
perceives all the
space.
traps in the city.
It
Above
is
and
over
below.
here. It basically looks like a rake that's sticking up. That if you step on it, it'll have this post that comes up with a bunch of spikes, which is exactly what happened to the paladin a minute ago.
Hey, Landon, heads up. There's a trap on your side.
Right, I'll keep an eye out.
I'll kind of like walk and like point at it so he sees exactly where it's at.
Nice.
I'm still sad Gurmeet's gone, man.
Don't. Let's not talk about it. My face still hurts, okay?
Glub, glub.
Would I be able to make my way past it without getting caught in it?
Yeah, you know where it is. It will slow you down a little bit, but that doesn't seem to be a problem because you're not really harried by anything right now. So you should be fine as long as you aren't in combat or something and have to keep track of it.
Right.
Also, since it's such a crude, rudimentary trap, you think you could even just pull knowing where it is, you could just pull it out of the ground and, you know what I mean? It won't be a big problem.
Don't worry. I can see in the dark.
Yeah, I'll do
totally
that.
lead the way. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
Nope, you can just do it. Because the rogue showed you where it was. It was no big deal. Christian, would you like to roll again?
Yes. 11.
You don't see anything.
Cool.
Cool.
Strolling along, singing a song. Na, 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 na.
So far, you're good, you think?
And you wouldn't let the frog sing?
Yeah, did you hear him?
No.
Oh my gosh.
You
what
stopped
if,
him.
What if he haunts you guys?
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, you guys are able to see a little bit farther down the hallway now. There's these various bridges as you've seen before, and so far you've not been hitting any traps or anything.
Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, if you'd like. You don't have to.
I think I'm going to roll perception, too, if that's all right.
Yeah.
14.
Back him up.
Hey, I can use the help action.
That's true, please. Because I just
sure.
rolled a 6.
Help bonus can actually work outside of.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, all right, so I'll roll again. Nat 1. You know what? I'm blind. I have lost all vision.
Yep. You're just not finding any traps. It's not really your expertise.
Well, hold on, though. I was rolling with advantage, so 2 rolls, my top
you
one
still
was
took the 6.
It was
Yeah.
the 6. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, I rolled a 14, and I would say, you don't have to help, buddy.
All right.
You're like, why are you looking at the walls? The last trap was on the floor. And the one that hit you was also on the floor. Why are you looking at the wall? And you rolled a 14. Okay. Yep. You guys are
This
good
is a
there.
big sewer.
It sure is. Let's see.
Just like
Should probably
inching
reveal some
along.
more terrain.
I mean, the more waste, the more likely it is that there's more usage of said sewer. So we're at least heading to some sort of direction where there is a larger population.
Oh my gosh, people are noticing things on my maps. I love that. So you see it starts to curve to the left as you go down.
I'm gonna like stop at the corner and like peer around the corner.
Okay, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes, sir. 13.
Okay, a spear juts out of the wall and hits you in the side for 10 points of damage.
Holy cow.
Then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Oh no.
Yeah, I definitely have that. 5.
As it is tipped with poison, and it starts flooding through your system, burning you from the inside, you take 9 poison damage as well. And then it goes back into the wall. And you notice that there was a rock that you didn't look for that is, like...
Wait, wasn't that 14 that I rolled?
That was farther down the hall.
To clarify, every time we move, like I'm checking, so like.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on him? Because obviously
Yeah.
I'm following right behind and I see this happen.
You absolutely can.
So I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. And that is 10 hit points back to you, Christian.
Thank you very much, Nalkris.
I've got your back, Quinn.
And your side. And you see these spikes that are like some sort of defense set up in the ground. They look very intentional, like, you know, those spears of wood that are propped up.
I'm
keep
going
things from-
to stealth.
Okay.
With an 8.
Okay.
And very quietly make my way towards that area, but checking for traps.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
18 for perception.
You do not see any traps.
Sure. So I'm gonna like come like right here.
I see him not die. So I come up to the corner and peer around.
All right. Do I see? I know on the map I see it, but does Quinn see the camp?
Yes, it is got a little tiny fire, and they're small. Your tokens are a little bit bigger than they should be. Give me a second. That's actually a more accurate.
All right. Heading back to the group.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna relay. A, there's a trap right there in the wall. Be careful. B, there's a camp right over there.
And it looks very crude and like made of these weird leathers that you didn't really recognize. Yeah, like these bones and things like that. There's actually little pieces of broken bone kind of all over the floor. And you did not see any humanoids or anything like wandering about.
What
Strange.
do we approach?
I think we could try and break through that barrier.
Hey, Landon, you got any ideas up your sleeve? Little magic boy.
Little magic boy.
I was gonna say magic man. I don't know how magic boy came out.
So what did we see?
There's a camp up ahead, but there's some blockade preventing us from approaching.
Yeah, but a camp of what?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Camp. It's a crude camp.
Quinn, if
seems-
you'd like to roll a nature check, you can
Sure. Yep. It's
clue.
a 6, so it's a camp.
It's a camp. It's a small camp, meaning you think that the creatures are smaller than you. That's all you really can ascertain.
I am thinking about like going up to this section of spikes and trying to like kind of break an opening.
Okay.
Not necessarily snapping them, trying to snap them or anything like that, but kind of trying to pry them loose so I can create like a as quietly as I can, pry them loose and off to the side so we can make our way quietly into the camp.
Is our plan to get into the camp quietly?
Do we even need to go to this camp?
Well,
I mean,
there's
else
nowhere, unless we want to head all the way back to where we came from.
Well,
Yeah, I don't see another way around.
do we need to go past it, or is the way of getting around it?
I mean, unless we want to put little Dingle McCringleberry through this muck
Careful.
up to his mouth.
It doesn't look like there's really any other. It's probably like all of the.
Unless a different tunnel goes around.
Well, yeah, that's true. But yeah, we'd have to
I'll
make
tell
our
you
way
that
back
much.
and down some more tunnels. But there is we can see a bridge that's kind of going the other direction. So I say we go check out the camp. We don't know
Lead the
what's
way
in there.
then.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come over to those, and I'm gonna try and like I said, push some spears loose and out of the way so we can.
Okay.
I'm going to check
they
for
seem
traps
crude.
before he does so.
Okay. Quinn
Thanks.
puts a arm on your shoulder and says, "Nee."
19.
Yeah, you see that in the midst of this is a mechanism that will definitely cause those to shoot out at someone who messes with it.
Is it possible that I can snap said mechanism?
Yeah, you can do sleight of hand using your thieves' tools.
Sleight of hand. 13.
Yeah, you're able to get in there and like cut this wire in such a way. You actually have your paladin friend hold one of these spears that would have jutted out and like stabbed him in the neck. And while he's like relieving the pressure, you're able to snip the wire that would have caused it to spring forward.
Good one,
So-
Quinn.
Yeah, you
Got your
think that
back.
you've dismantled this trap.
Awesome. And then yeah, I'm gonna try and, like I said, sort of quietly.
Okay, roll
Make
stealth,
a-
and I believe you're in chainmail, right? So do you
Yeah,
get
I am.
disadvantage? Okay.
Yep.
Help.
Okay.
Disadvantage roll.
So it's a regular roll. Somehow
Wait.
you're like lifting up the chain.
Oh, like my the disadvantage roll was a 15. So.
Right, but he's helping
But I have
you.
help. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
So it's actually an 18.
okay. Cool.
And yeah, he's able to like help you. He's
Wait,
like
that was just
holding
my
bits
stealth.
of chainmail.
Do I got to roll something else?
Then you have to roll a strength check to see if you can
Okay.
break this apart.
13 strength.
Yeah. You think that once you get in there and do this, though, it's going to take you some time. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So probably a good 20 minutes to dismantle this thing if you want to do it.
This might take some time to do it this way. Do we want to try another method, or do I break through?
I mean, I could set up an eldritch cannon and we could just blast it apart.
Well,
Forget
If
my
we-
18 stealth.
yeah, I was going to say.
you wanna do it?
Depending on what's in this camp, do we want to find out what's actually here first?
Yeah, for us to do that, we gotta
No,
explore further.
well, if we could just get into the shadows a bit, and I will try and make a distracting noise in the distance and see if it can
see if we
attract
can
their
draw 'em.
attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, farther along, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already rolled an 18 stealth, so.
Are we getting over here?
Yeah, I'd like
I will-
everybody else to roll stealth.
17.
Nice,
20.
nice.
I will use Tides of Chaos
Oh, all right.
to give myself advantage.
Nice. And that automatically makes us roll on the table, is that correct?
Next time I cast, yeah, it will be.
Oh, next time you cast a spell. Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay. Yeah, you
So
guys feel like
17.
you're hitting up against that wall pretty well. And then what are you doing to cast a distraction?
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion
Okay. Yep.
for a sound, and in the distance, I will have the sound of beating drums.
Okay. Yeah, so you
Drums
hear...
in the deep.
How are you guys making those little marker bloops?
Oh, you hold down the
Oh,
left
hold down
pointer.
left mouse
It
button.
will carry on for up to a minute.
Okay. So you start hearing as this drum beat picks up, and these little tiny humanoids with wings, little pixies, come flying out of the various tents and start heading towards the sound. And you hear them. Does anybody speak Sylvan?
I do.
Quinn, you hear them say, "Oh no, what? They're coming again? Oh no, they're gonna wake the beast."
Wait. Stop the noise.
Right.
They're like
Stop it.
running around, flying around, swarming each other, like nervous about some sort of beast. And with that, you feel this enormous surge in the water.
Oh,
And-
good.
Oh, good.
Yep,
We
Yeah.
should lock. It's 12:27.
I'm working on something
It
here.
might be okay. I was gonna say it might be a good.
I got this.
Cool. I trust you.
Oh no.
And we don't have a frog to throw at it anymore.
We lost our
No, we
Kermit
have
shield.
pixies.
Wow.
We're behind a barrier.
Okay. Here's the deal. Peripherus is all like, I'm gonna give this guy a coin and everything, and like super nice and stuff. And suddenly it's like, no, it's not that nice.
But we can't get through the barrier. It'll take
It's-
20 minutes.
Right. What do we do?
Oh,
Well,
we go the other way.
That was trying to do it the
yeah,
quiet. That was trying to do it the quiet way. You know what I mean? So if
Right,
he's
right.
just wailing on the thing,
if
it
I
probably
just
won't take as long.
break it, the trap's already deactivated.
Yeah. So you feel rather than see this surge in the deep lake of green liquid here, and you see these writhing forms down in there, and all of a sudden there's a surge of these tentacles that just come out and grabs one of the pixies and just swoop back down into the water as it gets crushed under its weight. And they all start screaming and trying to hug the wall to the north. And that is where we're going to leave it.
What have we done? We're monsters.
So you guys were just gonna head back the other way.
What do you mean, we're monsters?
Fine, just you. You woke it up with your spell.
I didn't think of that. I didn't do an attack or anything, did I?
Action
Sometimes that's all it
consequences
takes.
now. Yeah, that's amazing.
Well,
Awesome.
what are they doing camping near?
I know.
a
What are they
beast?
doing?
Yeah.
Why
Well,
not
pixies
move?
don't always make the most sense, first of all. Second of
amazing.
all, you'll notice some bones up to the upper left.
I
Ugh.
did notice that.
Maybe they've been feeding
good.
the beast.
Didn't know who's the monster.
Yeah. Right.
Fair.
Sure.
Oh,
Wow.
Mongoose
This is how it begins.
would like to remind us that we need to roll on the wild magic table. So let's do that
Oh.
before we end, and we'll see what happens there.
Really?
Minor illusion isn't. Minor illusion's cantrip.
I thought it was Oh, it wasn't a first level
Cantrip.
spell.
Oh, yeah.
It's only when
gotta
you
be
do a first level or
spell.
higher. Yep.
Yep.
But if you
yep,
want
yep.
to roll, we can.
Yeah, let's do it. I think that's the fun of
Just for
having a wild
funsies.
magic
Just for fun.
sorcerer.
Yeah.
Will I get my Tides of Chaos back?
Yeah.
Right.
I think so. I mean,
That's
if we're
usually
making
what
you
happens.
use
Yeah.
it, I think that's only fair, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. For sure.
All right, let me roll D100. Oh,
Watch
boy,
this
what-
be just even more terrible.
Let me go back. Interesting.
We all turn into sheep.
Suddenly, Landon can no longer speak. And when you say a command word, a pink bubble floats out of your mouth. So you won't be able to cast spells for a while. We'll just say it that way.
Well, who's got subtle spell?
Oh, there you go.
What?
So subtle spell, he can use a meta magic point like he did earlier to quicken his spell. He also has one where he can make it so he doesn't have to speak to cast the spell.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Smart.
nice.
Smart.
So
That's awesome.
I also have a crossbow.
yeah, okay, yeah.
That'll speak for you. It speaks
Right.
volumes.
So that's our first session of Miss
Wow.
Mayhem Wind and Flame. I hope everyone had fun.
my
I
gosh.
did.
Yeah.
Even though
I-
poor Kermit didn't.
I don't know if I have laughed so hard. I literally felt like I was going to throw up at one point.
I was very nearly choking. I was laughing so hard when
Oh
he
my
walked
goodness.
over and picked up
I
the
had
coins.
tears.
Yeah. I had to
Fantastic.
get up and go blow my nose. I'm like, because I had been crying so much.
I was a little nervous about putting him
Oh.
in here, but I'm glad that he ended up being fun. So
That
that's
was, that was incredible. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah.
I've got a roll 20 question.
Sure.
yeah.
When I'm moving my character,
Uh-huh.
it's got these numbers at the top, 30 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
One in red circle, one in a blue circle. What are they?
Your HP
Oh,
and your armor
Their
class.
HP and armor class. So blue
Oh,
I used
right.
for your armor class. I just attached it to a character sheet and put it in based on
What's
your
the green one?
D&D Beyond. You can put whatever you want in there. So
Alright.
if it helps you to put meta magic points in there or whatever, like that'd be fine. Kind of whatever it helps you with. We usually use 2 of them, and then the other one is kind of just left for whatever.
Yep.
So
So we'll
that is a
actually,
great question.
we'll adjust not only our hit points on D&D Beyond, but we'll also adjust our hit points on Roll20 as well. Because if you click on your character and those bubbles come up, you can click in the bubble and you can change the value there and hit enter. And there
Yeah, you
is
can
a way
even
to
do
turn
like
on
plus
HP
7
bars.
and hit enter, and it'll add 7 hit
Yeah.
points or whatever.
Yeah. There is a way to turn on HP bars.
I'll get the
that
bars
whole-
on this week. I just
Yeah,
didn't have
that
time
the
to
whole
do it all
group
this
can
week.
see, and that way we can all kind of be aware of
Yeah, I'll try to make sure that happens.
of where your hit points are and everything.
They
so.
have changed some things on
Yeah,
Roll20
the
since the,
new
last time
UI
we used
stuff.
it even. So
Yeah,
like they've
for
been
sure.
adding things like left and right. So I'm kind of relearning some mechanics myself actually as we go. But the overall feel is, pretty standard from what it was. But
Right.
anyway,
Yep.
that's our first foray into this kind of darker tone, darker group. Foray into the sewers to try to get to Java's palace
Oh my gosh.
to retrieve a half a scarab.
What a fantastic first episode. It's so good.
It was so crazy.
It was just so much fun. So, man, you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you had as much fun as we did. It was incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully we gave you some great laughs and some fun adventures. So, tune in next week same time and day. So it'll be Monday, 9 p.m. EST for episode 2 of Myths and Mayhem Wind and Flame. And we hope to see you there. So also, I do want to say, as always, if you have any constructive feedback that you can provide us, whether it be mic volumes, whether it be something in regards to redemptions, anything like that, right? I think as time goes on, we tend to, it lends more opportunity to make it better. So if you have any suggestions, please send it our way. So really appreciate it. But yeah, with that, we hope you all have a fantastic night, a great week, and we will talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Ta-ta.